Good morning, everybody. Hello on this Wednesday, this hump day.
Hello.
Hello. Feeling good today.
You guys change your voice when you're on the phone with other men, like talking business?
No.
No.
What?
My husband does.
What?
Tim gets a little bit of an octave lower when he's on the phone, like talking to the oil change people.
He drops an octave?
Yeah.
He doesn't have a
monotones
high voice.
I know.
On a low C?
And we all know my husband. He's got a monotone voice.
Well, he's mono Tim, yes.
Right. But I give him a hard time because when he needs to call someone,
lower.
He'll go a little lower.
Into a lower register.
Hello, it's Tim. Yeah.
Hello, this is Tim.
Hello,
How
yes.
does that feel, baby?
But what? You heard him do this yesterday?
No, I hear it my whole life. Like I've been with him for 16 years.
Time,
yeah,
yes.
almost. Yeah. And I've
give me an
noticed,
example. So he's going to...
Okay. Like he drops his car off to get the oil change and then they call when it's ready. Like
Which
he'll
is
answer.
Serious business.
He'll be like, "Oh, hey baby," like blah blah blah, like talking to me like normal.
Sorry, I got to take this phone call.
Hang on, I gotta take this phone. Go. Hello, this is Tim.
Hey, it's Tim.
Hey, and I'm always like, why are we doing this? Like, is this some sort of
Are you
weird...
clapping at him too? Because that's not good. That doesn't help anything.
I'm the worst. Yeah, I'm like, what?
Why are we doing this? Oh my God, I'm leaving. I'm out.
But I just thought it's so
I would say to
interesting.
you, I'm out of here.
Like, do you change the tone of your voice ever when you are met with authority? Like,
Not that I know of.
Not that I know of either, but I notice it in him.
Only if I'm upset. My voice goes something.
Well, you go
something weird
high sometimes. You'll go high. Like,
Oh no, that's
if you're upset, you'll go high.
No. If I'm upset, like if I'm actually upset, it's pretty.
You'll go low.
It's not low. It's just very
I'm mad.
serious. My
I'm
family,
not gonna fall for the banana in the tailpipe trick.
my family is like it pointed out like I have this particular face and voice that gets very.
Yeah, I noticed you got mad and you turned into Michael Clark Duncan, which I thought was kind of borderline crazy. Like, I'm getting kind of angry, boss.
Like, I have a mom voice. Whenever I've been on like float trips with my friends and I've seen a snake and everybody's like swimming, I'm like, everybody get in the boat. Like, I have a thing that happens, like a mom voice that comes out. But that's about it. And that's just panic.
I've never noticed.
Okay.
I've never noticed in myself.
I mean, I guess if Kowski talks to me, I always try to talk a little deeper.
Like a cowboy, like a Marlboro man.
Howdy.
Yeah.
Howdy, boss.
Howdy, boss.
Barbecue sauce.
Barbecue sauce.
I'm looking to renegotiate my radio contract.
I mean, I guess there's something to like maybe cleaning it up a bit. If you're talking to a business associate or something, having a serious conversation.
Right.
And maybe that's it.
I almost feel like it's a caveman thing or something. Like he doesn't try to do it; it just happens. It's odd.
Oh, talking to the guys at the garage, you know?
Yeah, I'm at the gym.
I couldn't
Sound
imagine.
as masculine as I can.
I would sound like I was in witness protection if I go down any further.
Yeah.
I need an oil change. Is this Valvoline?
Yeah, maybe just trying to, the guys from the garage call of trying to sound more masculine.
Yeah.
Hey, what are you up to, man? Just drinking beers. Just drinking beers, what?
I remember when I was younger, when I first, because I was, buying houses earlier than most of my my buddies and things. I was, I think I was 19 or 20 when I bought my first house. Tiny little house, but we had a home phone. And even then, I was 20 years old, 21 years old. Phone would ring and I'd pick it up and I go, "Hey, yeah, can we speak to your dad?" And I'm like, "My dad? This is my house."
Now you're like,
Yeah, I understand.
hold on, I'll get him for you. Hello, this is Mr. Valjean.
Yeah, dude, there was multiple times.
I didn't mean to call Disney World.
Like, I've got this is
Mickey?
my house. I pay for this phone line. Can we speak to your dad, please?
Oh, that's the worst when you're hitting puberty and your voice is changing.
I never did.
John Mulaney's got a great bit about that where
And
he
when
calls the
when
video
you're-
store.
When you're a boy, like,
Yeah.
12, 13 years old, just starting to go through the change, and they still think you're a woman on the phone.
Right.
Yeah, you remember the sales calls, right? Picking up the phone as a kid, and they're like, "Yeah, can we talk to your dad? Hi, this is AT&T. Can we speak to your dad?
Yeah.
Or can we talk to the head of the household, please? Remember that one?
Uh-huh. This is he.
You got him.
This is
he.
Oh, this is me.
Hello.
This is me.
This is my house.
Okay, so there are certain restaurants you go in and you expect them to be family restaurants. You expect to put up with a certain amount of noise, a certain amount of children being there. Like, for example, give me an example of a restaurant you'd go into expecting it to be a family place, a little loud.
Like an Applebee's.
Like an Applebee's, right?
Yeah. Like a TGI Fridays.
Texas Roadhouse.
TGI Fridays, you don't expect any sound because there's nobody in there.
Oh, there's nobody
R.I.P.
there. It's maybe hello. a lot of echoing.
Dude, the last time I went there, I told you about this. I took my son. Because there's one like right by our house, and we went because I was like, "Hey, you ever been to TGI Fridays?" He's like, "No." I was like, "Dude, it's nice. You know, they got appetizers, whatever." And I'm thinking like all the fast casual things, it's all the same. You know, Applebee's. We went in and holy letdown. Every single moment was just like, "Oh, I'm so sorry." And my son, who was like 12 at the time, goes, "Dad, let's never do this again. I don't know why you took me here. This is
okay, so
embarrassing."
You didn't see the Blues Brothers statue when we came in?
We were the
TGI
only,
Fridays?
Of course
we were,
I brought you here.
we were the only people there too, man. And this is on a friggin' highway.
Okay, so we went to. It was during the snowstorm, one of the bad snowstorms we had. We were staying at the Drury. It was me, Jeff, Favaz, and Courtney. Mm-hmm. So the only place open was the Applebee's that was down on Olive. I think it's since closed.
Oh,
One
no.
down the street here?
You talking about the one with the Drury? No, it's still there, right?
No, the TGI Fridays. I'm sorry. Did I say Applebee's?
You said Applebee's, but
Applebee's still open.
Applebee's is a cut above.
The Applebee's was closed. But the only thing open down the street was at TGI Fridays.
Oh yes, that one used to be there.
That one,
That's
yes,
been gone.
That is closed. So the four of us went there, and we were the only ones there. And we said to the server, "Oh wow, we're the only ones here because of the snowstorm." And the guy goes, "No, this is normal.
Exactly.
So sad.
Exactly, dude.
Snowstorm or not, this is usually just four people."
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
they let that slip into a very sad death.
And TGI Fridays was always okay.
Yeah.
It was fine.
It was a basic bitch place to eat.
It was your Ruby Tuesday. It was your Applebee's.
Don't say that. Ruby Tuesday, a level up, bro.
think
That's
so?
nice.
Oh, for sure, dude. Oh yeah, much more consistent. Those bison burgers, the sliders or whatever, like, can you beat that? I don't think so.
Always darker in a Ruby Tuesday.
Yeah, it's a little
Exactly.
nicer.
Yeah,
Like a
good mood
vibe,
lighting.
bro.
They have a salad bar.
And
Don't do that.
no stuff on the vests, you know, like the
15
the
pieces of
swag.
flair?
A flare, yeah.
Yeah,
Okay,
don't
so you put
drag down Ruby
Tuesday
Tuesday.
up with like hula hands.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess so.
Hula hands and a Ruby Tuesday belong in the same category.
Hula hands, Ruby Tuesday. Then you got your Applebee's,
Your TGI
your
Fridays.
TGI Fridays.
That's the list.
What's below that? Fast food?
Below that, below Fridays.
Yeah.
I mean,
In that zone, I don't
Your
think
Red
there is
Robins.
anything.
yeah, Cece's Pizza.
Red Robins
Robin.
and Culver's.
No, Culver's.
Culver's is
fast food.
It's fast food.
Okay.
Yeah, it's.
Red Robin.
Ooh, Red Robin's above TGI Fridays, though.
I think so too.
Yeah.
I think it's Cece's Pizza and those kind of the buffet pizza places would be the lower tier because you're still getting the dining experience. It's not fast food, but it is, and it costs you like 3 cents.
Well, some of these places, when you go in, you know there are going to be families there. You know it's going to be loud.
Right.
Yeah.
And let me ask you, because yesterday there was a thing.
Oh no.
Oh, no.
So my wife's out
My
of town.
wife.
My wife's out of town. My mother's here. So when you get her and I together,
It's like a double-headed monster.
it's a double-headed monster of grumpiness wherever
Two-headed
we go.
You are your mother.
Wherever we go, it is look out.
You guys just spin each other like it's just like
Look
one.
out. And we have nobody there, and that's usually my wife to like, hey, both of you settle down. So now there's none of that.
Wheels are off.
The wheels are off. Yeah, my wife's in a very exotic location, Columbia,
Very cool.
Missouri.
All right.
So she's away. So we had to have a quick dinner last night, and we went to Cyberg's. Okay, Cyberg's is you expect it to be
Family.
a loud place.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
Sports and
Cyberg's is
families.
allowed.
Yeah.
Cyberg's, if you go eat in the bar, there's a lot of TVs, a lot of hustle and bustle. If they take you to the back, it's still a lot of families and stuff. And I don't know if they do this. And I like Cyberg's. Good place. Always have a solid, quick in and out kind of dinner. If you're with kids, do they put you all in the same section? Is that a thing that these places do?
If they're big
be
enough,
smart.
and Cybergs are usually big enough. You talking about the Dorset one over here?
No, the Chesterfield Airport Road one.
Is that one pretty big? It's not as big as the Dorset
It's
one.
big.
Huh?
It's big.
Okay.
It's big.
Because they have that advantage where they can keep everybody kind of like barred over here.
And I'm serious question. And I think when I go there next time, I'm going to ask to never be put in that room.
Oh,
Oh man.
ooh.
Excuse me, my kids
Because
are older.
when you walk in, and you look at the hostess stand. To the left is the bar area, which is huge, big TVs, high tops, and that's light. And it's a bar atmosphere, and you know what you're getting.
Yeah.
And we went at 5 o'clock yesterday, so there's a lot of happy hour things going on, people getting off work fine. And then there's the dining room to the right, and there's another room off in the back that's all blues, like it's all blues memorabilia. I think they call it the blues room.
We went blues. Yes.
That's a back family room. Stick the kids back there.
And I got 2 teenagers. And man, the biggest insults. I got a 13, almost 14-year-old, 14 next month, and a 16-year-old. And the hostess goes, "Do you need kids menus?" And the biggest insult.
Oh, your little girl. I mean,
No way.
your daughter is little. Though, I mean, she's like my sister. Like, she's just very petite and
Right.
small, and she just doesn't look her age. And one day she'll love that, but right now she probably hates that, right? Like,
Right.
she
Hates
wants
it.
to be
Hates
Like
her
it.
offered
age.
crayons at
Hey,
Cybergs.
She's
Do you
so
need
little.
a kids menu? And the look that she shot this, and they're teenagers now.
Yeah.
The hostesses. Yeah, it's either people coming home from college or high schoolers. Work in the front of restaurants. And if she could have shot this teenager,
Yeah, your
like,
daughter's cut of your and your mom's
I
cloth.
think she mouthed to her like, "F you."
Yeah, go F yourself.
I bet your
I've
boy
already
got a
had
kick out of
braces.
that.
I've already lived through a lot
Right,
going into high school.
my braces are already off, bitch.
I got
The
a
claws
little
are
taste.
out.
I got a little taste of that at the race Sunday.
She told you to F off as well?
No, we went. She's my ride or die homie on scoping out the food situation. The minute we get somewhere, she's updating me. She's like, 5:45 Sugar Fire.
Yeah, buffet opens 5:45.
She's like, I already went and saw
Nacho
the
ice
sign.
cream bar 3 o'clock.
Yeah, she's giving, and I was like, let's go. And she's like, I'm going. We went and got in line early, and there's some people in front of us, and I was like, hey, why don't you go up there and like turn on the cute kid charm and get us up front? And I should not have said kid, because man,
Oh yeah.
she goes. She just
Yeah,
shot
no,
me a look,
and
and I
she's
go,
tiny, and-
I go, look, I'm telling you, take advantage of it. I'm not calling you a kid. I'm saying, like, take advantage of the fact that,
Right.
like, you're cute. Go up there, giggle a little bit, and just slide
Try a
in
little
front of
charm
somebody.
on,
No one's
right.
going to say anything, and then I'll come join you.
But she's self-conscious about it. I mean, she's small.
Sure.
She's petite.
Yeah.
So they take us to the back room. Okay, which okay. What's going on here? And we're in the especially if you're going to go to dinner at 5, and school's out. So 5 o'clock is around the time where a bunch of parents got a bunch of kids together, and we did an activity for the day, and now we're all going to go to dinner.
Yeah. We were.
You know what I'm talking? We went to the zoo today,
Yeah. We went to Sky Zone and the zoo,
and now we're all going to go to dinner.
and we're going early. Maybe beat the rush.
We're going early. We just did our activity for the day. We're all rowdy. We're going to push some tables together.
Dang it.
So
There needs to be like an app where you can see where these people are migrating, to
These people.
like where like the parents and the 20 kids are. So, like maybe I'll just book for an hour later by the time they're gone.
And I understand if you're a restaurant, hey, let's put them as far away from everybody as possible.
Well, heck yeah.
yeah.
Like we're going to put them in the corner of the restaurant. If we could seal it off, I understand. But then when I walk in
Yeah.
with my 2 kids, what makes you think I want to sit near that? Okay?
This is one of
Fine.
the few opportunities where it could have been a good thing. Did you ever see the Black Mirror episode with Bryce Dallas Howard?
I did not know.
In that one in particular, they do the star system, on Uber. Like you take an Uber and you give 5 stars. You 5 stars for the ride, 5 stars for whatever. In this episode, they say in the future, we're going to get rated for everything and have a personal rating. This is where it would come in handy, where if you were a family with kids and you went into a restaurant, you were rated by how well your family behaved. And then only 5 stars are in this room, allowed in this room, or 4.5 and above. And Rizz, of course, with his well-behaved children, would walk in and they would say, "Oh, sir, a 4.8. Where would you like to sit?" Because you have demonstrated to society that your family is well-behaved in all circumstances. This is one of the few.
I wish I had a card that just said, "Do not sit near children." I would just silently hand them.
Like,
Yeah.
Maybe you can.
high-end behavior family. That would be a
Instead
great
of like
card.
smoking or non-smoking, like children or no kids.
Yes.
Yeah, just have a card that says, "I'm not allowed to sit by children." Can you?
Yeah, that's
And just-
great. Yeah.
no,
Here's my
no,
red
no,
pen.
They do have a card like that. Why would that be bad?
Yeah, dude. No.
That could be misconstrued.
I actually
No,
think
I'm-
when you check into the
I'm
hostess
not allowed
station,
to
What do you
sit
care?
by kids.
yeah, when you check into the hostess station, you should just be like, "Hey, legally,
100 yards.
Oh
I
God.
have to tell you." I'm the type of guy that has to tell people when I move into the neighborhood.
I need to be the
Since
quietest
Applebee's
part.
is eating good in the neighborhood, legally I have to tell you
That's a great idea, Scott.
Thank you.
that
They
I
do-
can't be within 4 tables of any children.
So they bring us to the blues room back there, and already there's about 6 or 7 kids.
What ages? How many stars on the behavior chart?
Maybe 6 or 7 kids, ages 5 to 9.
Oh, wow. Okay. That's a gaggle
Right.
in that zone.
And 2 mothers,
Oh, wow. Only 2 supervisors?
2 supervisors.
Okay.
And I could see, they walk us in there, and I go, "Oh my God, I see where this is going. Oh no, this is going to be a whole thing. I gotta listen to my mother. She's going to be upset."
Yeah, but both of you simultaneously go, "Look at this. Look at this."
We sit, so we go and slide into our booth, and every time the volume gets increasingly louder, I could look across to her, and we're both shutting our eyes because there'd be times where it would just get extremely loud.
Right.
Yeah.
Extreme, and then I would shut my eyes and she would shut her eyes, and we're trying. Like, I could see us both trying.
That's good.
Trying to
Serenity
control.
now.
Right. Serenity now.
Deep breaths.
We're both trying.
Yeah.
And then something happened.
Oh, man.
Like a crash or something.
No.
Spilled
Okay.
drink. Vomit.
And then in walks to the room. So it's my family. It's the 4 of us. It's the table of 7 kids, very loud with the 2 moms.
Yeah.
Who are, at this point, I think, boozing.
Okay.
Because trying to take the edge off of probably the whole day they spent with these monsters. Now we have another table of kids. And in walks about a 65-year-old, 70-year-old woman who's going to make balloon animals for everybody.
All right. Well, that takes the edge off for you, doesn't it? Now
Hey,
you're gonna
everybody.
now you're gonna get a hat and a sword
Lucky.
and a poodle if you're nice.
This is awesome.
So I'm sitting in the booth facing where the door entrance is to the thing, and I see a woman walk in, and she's like almost like a clown,
Yeah.
Right.
and
yeah.
she's got the unblown up balloons
And
on
the-
her
yeah,
belt,
the belt.
and the tube that she does it, and I audibly went, "Oh my God."
Oh my goodness. So, how does she announce herself? She walks in as like,
Oh, the kids go crazy. Now it's even louder.
Did you get your mom a balloon?
No, I
Damn
said
it.
don't make eye contact with her so she doesn't come over here.
Why am I'm imagining this woman like a Raggedy Ann clown?
Yes.
Okay.
Like a floppy hat.
Yeah. Yarn wig.
Oh
And
my
it was
gosh.
I'm sure a retiree. I don't know if they hire her. I don't know if she's like, "Hey, Cybergs, do you want me to just come in and make balloon animals for everybody?"
No, you know what? She's probably got a red light in her bedroom. She's living right down the road. She's in Chesterfield.
Yeah.
And when the blues room starts to get to 60% capacity.
Yeah, the decibels. She knows when it gets a little loud.
Right. This little
It's
light goes
time.
ding. And then she just goes whoop, straps on that belt and heads on over.
Yep.
That's what's happening.
It got to the point where it was so loud in there. It was like we were sitting behind a 747 on the tarmac at Lambert.
Dude,
Like that loud.
I feel you. And I know what you're saying.
And I went, "Oh my God." And not only Not only did every kid have to have a balloon animal, and I'm sure the lady was very nice,
Right.
but she kept popping the balloons.
Oh,
So she would
nice.
overinflate.
amateur hour.
She would overinflate, and every couple minutes, a balloon would pop.
Yeah.
And my frayed nerves at that point,
That's a bit
every
much.
time a balloon would pop, I go, oh. And I could see my mother looking at me going, why did you take me here?
Why did you take your mother to this place of hell? Yeah.
Dude, I get it, and I feel for you. But even with all that, I think I would prefer that than 747 volumes from drunk dudes behind me while I'm trying to eat my $68 steak. That was one of the worst restaurant experiences ever because there is no excuse. Just drunk fools screaming about golf, cursing, F-bombs, this, that. I mean, it was just so freaking loud. I would rather at least it be kids.
What would you
Hang on
rather?
a second.
I'd rather it be kids and popping balloons.
I hate to tell you this, but every Tuesday, family fun night with kids eating free and spunky beans from 5 to 8 p.m. Dine in, no carry out.
Whoa.
The lady's name is Spunky Beans.
Did the kids eat free?
I don't know if she's spunky beans, but it's for family. It's for kids.
Did your kids eat free?
So you walked right into. So you're in their house.
I had no idea.
Well,
Did your
now
kids eat
is
free?
beautiful.
No.
family fun night every
Because
Tuesday.
you didn't get the kids menu.
I didn't know this was a thing.
So go tell your daughter that she wasn't being insulted. They were just offering a free dinner.
Okay.
Well,
You denied a free dinner. All you had to do is take.
Family fun night every Tuesday at Cyberg's, 5 to 8.
I had no idea.
You just
And
thought
now
this
I
was
know.
a random
Yeah,
occurrence.
This is the best.
Dude,
I love it.
no wonder they brought 7 kids to eat. Dude, they
Right.
were eating for free. They're
they
doing the
thought-
old ground round.
And you're with grandma. They thought, family fun night.
yeah.
Oh, these people are here for fun. Clearly not.
Clearly not for fun. Give my kid a pack of smokes
That's
and a
gotta make
martini
it
for
Clearly
mom.
not.
Oh, man.
Oh,
I think I opened for Spunky Beans one time.
that's her name is Spunky
I don't know if
Beans?
it's, this is St. Peter's location says Spunky Beans, but Cyberg's as a whole does family fun nights on Tuesdays. So it's not their fault. It's yours.
Okay, is this what you look like? Is this her?
Is that Spunky Beans?
I don't know if that was her. Again, I tried not to make I didn't want to come over.
Well, it'd be a huge coincidence if that's not her. That it's a woman whose entire Facebook page is balloon art.
at
Well, I mean-
Cyberg's. I don't know.
But you just, yeah, this is
That's
St.
her.
Peter's. She was at St. Peter's.
Who's at the Chesterfield one?
We'll hunt that down for you and have that information ASAP.
Because if she would have,
I feel like you made a balloon into like a middle finger and handed it
well,
back to her.
if she would have come over, I would have said to make me a balloon noose because I was ready.
Yeah.
Well, and she probably would have. So this is a great promotion. 5 to 8 p.m. Kids eat free. Cyberg's Tuesday night. All Cyberg's locations.
Okay.
I'm
well,
sorry, that was not Spunky Beans. That was Silly Jilly.
Oh,
Can
Silly
I see
Jilly.
a picture?
Silly Jilly. Oh, God, how do I get rid of these ads?
Yep.
Silly Jilly?
Yep.
There
That's
she
that's
is.
who it was.
There you go. Tuesday nights, Cyberg's, Chesterfield.
There it was. Silly
That
Jilly.
is so great.
Was she silly?
So balloon artist and clown. I told you.
Yo, for each person who spends up to $12.99, which I'm sure you did, up to 2 kids age 8 and under can enjoy a free meal. You fools, you could have
Well-
played that game.
Yeah.
They're not
So my
checking
daughter
IDs.
passed for an 8-year-old.
Clearly, if they were offered, if she was offered. Listen, these servers, they don't want to get into the weeds with asking ages. They're just like,
Yeah.
listen, you say yes,
Yeah, I don't-
here you go.
Yeah, we're not playing that game.
I mean, they should have asked, are you here for family fun night?
Yeah, Silly
Or-
Jilly's next appearance is at Bobby's Custard in Maryville, June 23rd. Be there.
What's up, Jilly?
Silly Jilly getting a shout-out promotion.
Magic gags and simple balloons with Silly Jilly at Cyberg's Tuesday.
314. I used to serve at Cyberg's locations. Tuesdays were like opening up the gates of hell.
Stop it, dude. You guys.
That's so good.
Again, I'd rather accidentally be in the middle of that than
I
what I dealt
swear,
with the other
I had
day.
no idea. I had no idea. Because I really went, what the hell is going on here?
I love that you walked right into the open mouth of hell.
When Silly Jilly walked in, I went audibly, oh my God.
Oh, we're doing this.
You guys are like the Addams family, you know? Like I could just imagine, like everybody else having a great time.
Yeah, and they're
having a great time.
And they're all looking at your sourpuss and going like, "What's this guy's
What's up
problem?
with these
Why would he
people?"
come
Yeah.
to this and be so?"
Silly Jilly is here.
Why would he come to family night and be such
why
a
would these
Debbie
guys
Downer?
go to family night and be a stick in the mud?
Yeah, what an idiot! Like, I mean, you know what
No
you got
idea.
into.
Now I know.
Also, from the 314, Mom's in town. Where's the lasagna? Great question.
Great question.
Already been asked at the race,
Roseanne?
by the way.
Yeah, and where are we getting meatballs?
I already lobbed that out there.
What'd you say?
I didn't get a definitive answer.
Dang it.
After last night's debacle, I don't know if anything is. She may go home.
Yeah.
Staying in.
she asked me to get an early ticket home.
Yeah, you'll get home.
It's like, I'm done here.
Ma, Ma, there's a note.
Sorry, son. After last night,
Silly Jilly meant Rowdy Roseanne.
Yeah, I've had enough of Missouri. Thank you.
It's Rowdy Roseanne, only she's just slinging martinis like when
Yeah.
she walks in the room.
yeah, if you want the yin and the yang, you got Silly Jilly and my mom
Dude,
Rowdy Roseanne.
balance each other out.
Speaking of moms,
Rowdy Roseanne's like Piper's Pit in the WWE back in the day, where she just beats the hell out of Silly Jilly for pops her balloons in front of all the kids.
Get out of here.
With a cigarette.
Your mom stood up and was like, I came here to do two things, kick ass and chew bubble gum, and I'm all out of bubble gum, Silly Jilly. And then just beats the hell out of her with a balloon sword in front of all the kids.
that makes a heck of a headline in the paper. Speaking of moms, dude, I blew it yesterday. It was my mother's birthday yesterday.
You're kidding.
No, I didn't.
We even
see the
talked
date
at length
until
about
after
your
we were
mother.
off. I know.
Your mom was going to a amusement park.
She's at Holiday World.
And I reminded you.
I know. She's.
You knew it was his.
No, I didn't.
You did
Oh,
not.
okay.
I was trying to sound like the
That's your
good guy
fault,
for
too.
once.
But you know, it's funny. I called her and I said, "Hey, happy birthday!" And she said, "I saw I missed your calls. What are you thinking? You know that I'm busy. I'm at Holiday World." And I said, "Oh yeah, how's it going?" And she goes, "It's kind of hilly, but we just found some like 5 and 6 year olds, and we pay them $5 and they drag our wagon around." And I was like, "Mom, that's genius." She said, "Yeah, we're just
do you mean?
these fine kids that are looking to make some money, and we're a couple old ladies. We just have them pull our wagon around."
What do you mean drag a wagon around?
So they have like a
the
wagon with
park?
all their swimming stuff in it because it's 2 parks. It's a water park.
I've never been.
Oh, they got the water coasters and all that. So my
It's surf and Holiday World Surf and Safari.
Exactly.
Surf and safari.
Surf
absolutely.
and Safari.
Right.
Oh,
but it's
yeah,
pretty
both.
hilly, and these ladies they don't want to carry all their stuff, so they got a wagon, like a radio flyer looking wagon thing.
Yeah.
And they just pay random kids like, "Hey kid, you come in this direction? How about $5 you drag this thing for a
That's
while?"
great. What kid's gonna take 5? Smart kids.
Yeah.
Apparently, a lot of them, because my mom is
ladies,
taking full advantage
I will
of
take
child labor.
I will pull your wagon.
Yeah, these old ladies are offering me money.
You should hire some like Thunder Down Under guy to just accompany your mom to the water park to pull her wagon. That would have been a great gift.
And by pull wagon, we know
exactly what I'm
exactly
talking
what you're talking about, Lern.
That's right.
Happy birthday, Ma. Sorry I missed it.
Next year I'll get you.
Happy birthday, Mama Moon.
Happy birthday.
So I didn't know. I'm gonna put it on my
Could have
calendar.
taken her to see Silly Jilly.
You're right.
Yeah, no kidding. But that was the other
Put
thing.
it on your calendar right now.
No, I know when her birthday is. I just didn't know the date was yesterday. I didn't
That
know
would
what the
be-
date was yesterday. I had no reason to know what the date was. I know. That's a
You had
strange
no
thing.
reason to know what the date was.
No, I'm LIVIN. I'm just living,
It had
baby.
nothing to do on the 17th.
Yesterday was my cat Clover's birthday and my niece Anna's birthday.
Oh my
So,
goodness! What a
probably
great
all
day.
you probably get calendar reminders for all that
Of
stuff.
course I do. Are you kidding me?
Put
Yes.
a calendar reminder.
I don't need a calendar reminder
Yeah,
because I'm
I
only
don't.
never
I
forget.
forgot my mom's birthday.
I didn't
don't
forget
need-
my mom's birthday.
You didn't know what
just,
day it was.
I like I said,
But if you
I'm
put a
just
reminder, it'll
living,
show
baby.
today.
But I'm not going to, if I look at the calendar and I see that it's June 17th, then I'm going to know, oh, it's my mom's birthday. But I'm not going to see the reminder if I don't look at the calendar. You see what I'm saying? It just happened to be one of those days that I didn't. Don't you love those days?
You even looked up like celebrity birthdays yesterday, though. So you knew it was June 17th.
I clicked a link. I'm not looking up June 7th. I didn't type it. You know what I'm saying? It was just a day that I didn't type the date. Don't you guys love those days, or do you not go an entire day without knowing?
I have to look at my book every day. Otherwise, I have no idea what's going on in my life.
Well, I have a written down calendar, which has been a lifesaver for me to write things down. But I'll just look at the day. I don't necessarily see the date. You know what I'm saying?
It's Groundhog's Day for me, an infinite hell. So I get it.
Yeah, and I know that touring
with you, man?
touring for 15 years straight like that, like very,
I understand where you're coming from.
Yeah, I mean, my entire 20s and half of my 30s.
Compute.
Yo, listen.
There's a lot of rinse and repeat.
Well, okay, so on tour, for example, my entire 20s and mid 30s, which are probably most people's adulthood, they're solidifying how their routine goes and all that kind of stuff. What did I do? I lived Groundhog Day like Rafe's talking about. Days of the week meant nothing to me because I was playing every weekend. So
You're in your mid-40s now.
I understand that, and I'm adjusting. Okay, it's just it's taking some time. I'm just saying.
Hey, bring in Silly Jilly. I think
Bring her in.
I'm just saying.
Make him a balloon
Sometimes
calendar.
I revert back to just
cool.
the sun comes up, the sun goes down. Like I'm not marking it with anything.
If someone didn't know about Silly Jilly and hired a stripper to come into Cybergs at the same time, that would be maybe the greatest night of my life. Like if your mom was in town, you're like, it's Mama Moon's birthday, and as a joke, I'm getting her the Thunder Down Under guy. We're going to Cybergs, and you didn't know it was Silly Jilly night.
She
Two
gets that
competing
first.
I'm blown
entertainers.
away, by the way, that I walked in unexpectedly to family night and had a terrible time.
No signs.
That's your own karma.
No welcome to family night. Would you
No.
like a kids menu?
You got to make that. You got to tell your hostesses to make that known.
Hey, this has been going on for years, allegedly. I mean, Cybergs doesn't need to tell
I guess
nobody.
I've never been to Cybergs on a Tuesday.
This is a
guess not.
set thing at all the locations.
I've never been on a Tuesday.
What a great thing that they're doing for families.
For families.
For angry people with their families that don't want that no part of that, not so great.
For fun-loving families, not all families. Not all families are fun.
No, they're
or looking for fun.
we're just hungry. We just
Yeah.
want to eat.
I wonder I wonder if they're competing. Silly Sally and what were the other ones?
Jiggly Jilly?
Jiggly.
No, Sprinkle Bean, what is it?
Spunky Beans.
Spunky
Spunky
Bean.
Bean.
I wonder if they're all
Sprinkle
competing.
Bean.
Like, yo. I wonder if they all call each other how many did you have? 53 people in there.
How many balloons you pop?
I did 700 balloons.
Oh, when she was popping those balloons, and I know it's.
I heard Crazy Carla had 300 people.
Well, Crazy Carla, she's giving
That
out
bitch.
Tootsie Rolls or something. That don't count.
She's giving Tootsie Rolls.
And flat as Fanny, she's a little stinker.
Because I saw when what's her name?
Silly Jilly.
Silly
Silly
Jilly.
Jilly walked in, and it didn't compute first. Like, couldn't compute what was happening
Right.
because we were already on edge, and then it was, boop, 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 boop. Oh my God, you got to be kidding me!
Yeah. I imagine you had heat that started
was-
from your belly up to your face.
It got hot.
Yeah.
It got hot. Well, listen, it is June 18th, just so you guys know.
Just so you know.
Oh, cool. Thank you.
The day after Moon's mom's birthday.
Yes.
So there are a couple things to celebrate today. It is National Wanna Get Away Day,
Oh, Southwest Airlines.
inspired by the famous travel slogan. This day is all about dreaming of or actually taking a spontaneous getaway. Whether it's a road trip or just planning your next adventure, embrace the spirit of travel and escape today. National Splurge Day, so it's, treat yourself. Indulge a little bit. It's also National Cheesemakers Day. It's International Sushi Day. It's International Picnic Day. It's International Panic Day.
Nice.
International Panic Day.
Right. It's supposed to be lighthearted. It's a reminder that it's okay to acknowledge your stress or worries every once in a while. So some people use it as a chance to laugh at life's chaos. Others find a way to cope with anxiety today. So it's an International Panic Day. It's your day, Lern.
But coping with anxiety, panic that's not the way to do it. How do we get these things through? We need to do a holiday. I'm sick of it.
What do you want to do?
I don't know. We can do anything. Remember we were talking about elbow day or something
Yeah,
like that?
yeah.
But I mean, this is absurd. This is counterproductive to
Well, and you have to
society's-
pay to get this stuff on the books.
Well, we can
it's-
expense it. We just bought a website.
That's true.
On a more serious note, it's also Autistic Pride Day. It's a day to celebrate the uniqueness and strengths of people on the autism spectrum. It's all about promoting acceptance, understanding, and pride within the autistic community rather than focusing on curing or fixing autism.
Great.
It's also Go Fishing Day,
Yes.
Oh, sweet.
okay? And am I alone in not loving fishing?
Yes. I love to go fish.
You love fishing.
I do.
It's
I
You don't like
love
going
it.
fishing?
Okay.
I don't love it.
You didn't? Did you? You and your pop ever go out on a boat though? Like I was raised on a boat. Like Dad would take me bass fishing all the time and getting the bluegill, and I'd be all like squirmy whenever I'd catch one and stuff.
My dad liked to fish. My dad was a fly fisherman.
That's cool. With the waders?
He would tie his own flies.
That's great.
Like he would spend hours tying with the magnifying glass and the whole thing, like making his own flies, and had a. And when he passed away, I remember my mom was like, "Do you want his fly fishing gear?" And I said, "Absolutely not.
Oh,
What am I going to do with this?"
bummer. Your brother fish? Neither one of you. I love it. It's very calm. It's peaceful. Like I love, if you've never done the waders, I always wanted to do it. And like 5 years ago, I finally got to try on some waders and go out there and fish. Man, that is sweet.
That would be fun.
Because you just can walk around and you're completely dry. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? You're just walking around in the water. You feel like Jesus.
Clown pants.
I
Yeah.
think I would like going out and like doing like the deep sea, which I've never done.
It's fun.
It's fun.
Yeah. I mean, you're outside, you're in nature, it's great.
But that you're kind of, unless you know what you're doing, you're like you're a tourist in that scenario. Whereas, like, I don't know, man, the philosophy of fishing, there's so much to it. There's a patience aspect to it. There
I
is
know.
a luck aspect to it. There's a strategy aspect to it. There's an education aspect to it. There's a survival instinct sort of thing. There's like the call of nature where you're like, this is important. This could be
like
important
being
to me someday.
outside.
I don't know. I mean, you can be hammered and still catch a fish. It's not that skillful all the time.
True dat.
Depends on what you're fishing for.
Yeah.
I agree with you to a degree.
Okay.
If you can get drunk at night and just wait for a catfish to hit the line, you're just hanging out at that point. You're just hanging out doing an activity.
You're sunbathing and you're catching fish and you're competing with the people around you for the
I like
biggest
the
fish.
being outside part. I understand that. Okay, it's quiet and it's just all you hear the zzz.
Yeah,
and
it makes you slow down.
I just don't. I don't like it. I don't. And every time I try to enjoy it, I just cannot.
Yeah.
My favorite is getting a lure stuck in a tree that is on the edge of the water.
There's that.
And then I have to get Tim to go get it. This is a fun thing that I do. Because he's the fisherman in our family. Like, he has all the stuff, right? The accoutrement. And I'll be like, oh, I want to fish. And then he's like, geez. He's like, oh, God. He's like, how you saw Silly Jilly walk into the room. That's how Tim is whenever I'm like, hey, let me get one.
Yeah.
Because he knows he's going to lose a lure.
I know. I'm throwing
gonna
the
have to
thing out. I'm
help.
throwing the line out. I
Yeah.
get it stuck on. And I think I got something. Nope, I'm stuck on something. And then
Some moss.
you're holding the rod above your head, and you're
Yeah.
trying to.
I know.
You're trying to unstick it.
But that's fishing, man.
Yeah, it's a
great.
meditative journey.
That's not meditating. That's I got my line stuck.
Dude, you just don't like being alone. We're the same. You don't like being alone with your thoughts.
I love being alone.
Not with your thoughts, though.
Which is why I think fishing is so important.
Yeah.
I think if you forced
There's
yourself
not enough
to
going
push
on
through,
fishing to distract your brain, I think. I get bored. Like, I liked it when I was a kid. Like, my dad would take me sometimes, but it was never peaceful because I would do the thing where, like, I'd get, and then I'd have a knot in the reel. And I'd be like, I got a knot. And then he'd just ruin his time. And then he'd yell at me. And then I'm like, this sucks. This is boring. I'd rather be hanging out with my friends. There's a difference between, like, river fishing, like getting in the river, because there's enough going on there. There's moving water. There's a little breeze. You're in the water, but like sitting on a still lake.
Maybe I've never been really fishing.
You don't like
let's
that?
go.
Really? Oh, sometimes I
like it for a while. I like fishing for like an hour, maybe two.
Yeah.
But like I came from a family where like they would fish all day long, and I'm like, this is so freaking boring. Like hour 6, you're like, kill me.
We were catching
Does it-
dinner, though.
Yeah, if nothing's biting. I mean, if you're camping, that's one thing, but like my family would just go fishing every day.
Would they go out early in the morning?
No, we were like late afternoon.
That's
people.
the best. I mean, you're out there, there's steam coming up off the
Oh, yeah.
water, and it's just peaceful,
They're
not
ready
a sound.
to eat.
I'd rather be
love
in
it.
bed.
Yeah, I'm not sure if you can tell, but I think I display some very obvious ADHD tendencies. And fishing is like riddling to me, I think. It's like the one thing that just levels me. And
I know you're into it.
It makes my brain go to one thing, and I just get to sit there and connect
But I think
with
fishing.
nature and God, and I'm not my head is so full of stupid crap, constantly.
I can do that without the reel.
Making me
But
suffer.
tell me this, and tell me if I'm wrong by saying this. Fishing is one of those activities where if you say you don't like it, people go, "What do you mean you don't like fishing?"
No, I mean I understand why people don't, but I also at the same time,
But
there's
that's
something.
one of those activities where people, "What do you mean you don't like fishing?"
There's something in me though
like
that
fishing.
thinks that you could and it would be beneficial. I do think it's a beneficial thing, especially in today's world. It's one of the few things that we can just still do. That at least it's something that you can do that forces you to be with your thoughts, and I think that's more important than anything.
I don't like touching the fish when I like taking it off the hook.
So don't put any bait on it. Just go out there and fake it.
I hate that. I like when I catch one, I go, "Oh, I got something."
I like holding.
And finally, something's going on.
I feel bad getting the hook out of its little mouth, you know, and then
popping
and then
it
I'm
out.
like, I always
throw
kiss
it
it
in.
and I put it back in the water.
Yeah, I do too.
I don't find it gross touching the fish. I just don't like taking the
I
hook
kind
out
of
of
feel
it.
the same way where I'm like popping the bloody hook out of its mouth, and I'm like, "Hey, man, sorry I ruined your day. I was bored."
Yeah.
Throwing it back, and I'm like, I'm not eating you.
I know what you're saying. I've had that conflict as well, but I also like in my mind, my justification, right or wrong,
That guy was just chilling.
is that I'm also practicing survival skills. That's something that's very important to me, is to make sure that I'm up and I feel like, as ludicrous as this may sound, if the world goes down and I have to provide for my family, I want to make sure that I feel somewhat confident in my skills to do so.
I like cooking fish. I will skin a fish. I will gut a fish. I will fillet a whatever.
I had trout on Monday and it was superb.
Somebody had to catch it.
Right.
I know.
And
It's
if
probably
you
from a
catch
farm,
it, I
I'm
will
sure,
eat
but-
it. Same with hunting. Like if you kill the deer, I will help prepare it. I don't love hunting either.
Well, let me tell you what you shouldn't do is watch the new David Attenborough documentary series thing called The Ocean. Because I learned a little thing called trawling the other day about how they are killing our ecosystems on our ocean floors to get our delicious scallops.
Yeah, just
and
try that.
and obviously like big farming, big fishing, lots of problematic stuff. And to see the footage of what they are doing to the ocean floors like devastated me. And so going out and actually fishing and doing it the analog way, the right way, where you're not disturbing the ecosystems is definitely the way to do it.
Yeah.
And it makes me want to like catch all my own fish from here on out because to be more ethical.
See, I'm going to diverge from you on that one. I don't care about that. I just
You
don't
will
like-
care though, because we're next, dude. Like you kill that. It's such a David Attenborough, obviously the best of all time as far as explaining how beautiful our Earth is and all the ecosystems. And
And a hell of a bass fisherman.
is he?
No, I don't know.
Yeah, I mean, listen, I understand the beauty of being outside. Again, I like being outside. That's why I like playing golf, but I don't love playing golf.
Here we have the ancient art of noodling.
Whenever I go out and play golf, I just love being outside. I love the openness of it, and I love the everything's so green and lush. I love that part of it.
You should. Oh man, I want to take you fishing. I know you'll say no. You'll say no.
I don't want to go fishing.
Okay.
And maybe if we go on a boat, and we go not out onto a lake, like if we go out into the ocean.
Okay, but then you're
I'm just
risking
happy on the
seasickness.
boat.
Let's do the.
I don't get
Let's do the
seasick.
lake. You don't get.
I don't need to
seasick.
torture
I've been
the
on many
wildlife.
boats.
You
know
did
what I
it
mean?
on a
What
about
small
big
fishing
ones?
boat out.
I've gone from New York to Florida on a boat.
Yeah, but we're talking about a fishing boat here. We're not talking about a boat. A boat. Like when you go deep sea fishing, you rent one of them things. You are shaking, buddy. You are all over the place.
Oh no, I don't get seasick. Honestly, I've been on boats. I'm
I feel like
a boat
you
guy.
just cursed yourself.
I don't get seasick.
Okay, man. I would say though, if you come with me down to Alabama.
No,
I'll take you fishing.
I don't want to go to a lake.
Well, it's a river, kind of.
Is it river? Like
It's
a
a
river?
It's a damned river.
Which is a lake.
Yeah. But it's river water.
I have a lake behind my house.
That
That's
doesn't
stocked.
count. That's a pond. We're not talking about that.
Yeah.
See, I feel about golf how you feel about fishing. Like I feel like I get a bad rep because I find it to be a hobby that's boring and I want
think
no
a lot of
part
people
of.
think that.
Your stocked pond is the freaking driving range, buddy.
And I still can't catch anything. I'm the only guy
well,
that can't catch anything in a stock.
are you using
pond.
the right
So you're
lures?
saying it takes some tactics and some knowledge.
I think, but
it really
the
does.
fish sense the anger.
It's a never-ending learning.
Yelling at the bank isn't helping.
No.
Get on the hook.
God, this is boring.
It's a never-ending learning thing, and that's why those tournaments and dude, my buddy who's LA to the max, dude, I'm sure he's listening. Hi, Brian. He's Brian.
Oh, I know Brian. Brian loves fishing.
He's got face tattoos and all this kind of stuff. He moves to Tennessee, and within like 6 months, he's fishing, and then he's got a kayak, and then he's got a boat, and now he's a tournament fisherman. Like the guy just went all in because there's so much to it, and he gets paid to fish.
That's
paid to
sweet.
fish.
Yeah, hunting and fishing to me, did them all growing up. Good skill to acquire, but I'm also like, I like just being in the woods or being on the water. I don't need to torture the wildlife in order to enjoy it. That's just me. Like if you guys went fishing, I'd be like, I'll just be on the boat.
We'll take the hooks off the lure and just throw it out there, just see if you can get something to.
Yeah. And I mean, I'll do it. I'll fish a little bit, but I'm like, after about an hour, I'm like, I'm good. I'm not gonna sit here.
Right.
I'm not gonna sit here and cast all day. Like,
all day.
I'm like, let's do something else. But as long as we're moving around, that's why I think river fishing's not bad, because like the running water, it's kind of, there's a good audible thing happening. Like I can hear the running water drowning out all my thoughts.
The last time I really went fishing was my father-in-law was in town, wanted to take me and my son fishing. So we went up to Bush Wildlife. Mm-hmm. Plenty of good fishing up there, right?
Yeah, I've been up there. Very private.
Fish there.
We didn't catch nothing.
It's a little overfished.
We didn't catch anything.
Well, okay. I don't
He's
think you
yelling
went
at
to the
me.
right spot.
Go, where'd you take me? I go, what do you want from me? This is the spot.
Them's is hook smart fish.
This is the spot. I don't know, Michael. I don't know.
Go down to Wren Lake, down in southern Illinois. And go
Is that where all the
fishing.
dumb fish are?
That's where all the dumb fish are.
He's yelling at me in a
Catch the three-eyed crappie.
in a Russian accent that the place that I took him stinks.
What number you go to?
Like
I don't know,
17.
69. I don't know.
Right on.
No, you didn't.
I did like
Michael,
eating
check it out. It's 69.
Bush is overfished. You got to go like when they're dumping stuff. The only time that is one of our Team Rizz members, Jonathan, was like, "Hey, this is when they stock this with trout."
We
You
went
gotta go on
up to
this
the
day."
place where you buy the bait, and I said, "What's the best lake to fish? What number? Number 14 or whatever, 7."
Okay.
I don't know.
You doing crappie or bluegill? Or
I don't
something?
know what the hell we were doing.
Well,
We
then-
had fishing poles.
Yeah, so you don't even know what
It's a wonder. It's a wonder that you
And
had no
nightcrawlers.
success.
You
We had worms and hooks. I don't know.
live bait. All right.
Yeah.
Oh man, my dad used to have like a crickery. I don't even know what the hell it was called in his garage, where he would like keep all of his little cricket bait guys. Those things used to freak me out.
But-
Yeah,
Tubes?
my uncles, they
A
had,
bunch of those.
or my uncle, he has the electronic thing where you just stick it in the ground and it like vibrates or something and it sends the worms up so he can just collect them. And
What?
Oh, that's awesome.
yeah.
Dang.
No, I go to the store and
You
then
gotta go to the
I'm in
right
a
place,
styrofoam
man.
container.
It's you versus nature. You can't go to this fish in a barrel kind of stuff.
Hey,
Come on,
speaking
bruh.
of you versus nature, I've been noticing. I was doing some gardening over the weekend and got my husband's chainsaw out and was doing all sorts of God knows
Nice.
what. And noticed that I have kind of like human-sized turds underneath my bedroom windows.
I think somebody is
Tim.
rapping outside.
Yeah.
I agree. And so I got on the phone with my lawyer sister and I said, I think somebody is breaking into my backyard and taking a massive dump below my bedroom window every night.
Whoa.
And she's like, you're nuts. And I don't have time for this phone call.
Is Tim pooping outside?
That's
Show-
what I
show me.
go,
Show me.
what's up? I haven't,
Draw how big.
Okay.
You got a picture?
no.
What? You
he-
of all people? You
Yeah,
had this
I-
happen? You
I
didn't
asked
take
my
a
sister, I
picture?
go, would you like to see what I'm talking about? She goes, absolutely not. So let's say this.
So
We
is there an
do.
animal?
You know that we do.
Is there an animal that could produce such?
I mean, it's like lumped up. It's like if this is the window.
Oh, that's the size?
Yeah. I mean,
Oh,
it's
that's-
human-sized turds.
That's
no,
deer.
human size. That's a deer.
It's not deer,
No,
Rafe, because
deer
those
are
are
little.
pellets. Listen,
I mean,
But
I've
they're-
seen
but
deer
they're
poop.
big pellets.
You just drew
What are-
deer poop.
no, they're not big pellets. They are logs, dude.
But what you,
You
just
just drew,
drew,
like-
you just drew golf
Okay,
balls.
let
You
me
drew rocks.
Okay, let me do a better turd, I guess.
I mean,
I'm
that's a
sorry that
dog.
my turd
No,
art.
yeah.
I mean,
Okay.
If this is a police sketch, we're trying to catch a
Is
turd.
that accurate?
Like you can't just draw.
You
a
can't
stick
draw
figure.
rocks and
draw
say
the turd.
It doesn't look anything like this.
Right now,
Thank you
Exhibit
for drawing
A.
the stink lines.
okay, now it's a little more suspect. It looks
Okay.
a little more like what Oprah says your human poop is supposed to look.
I hate
I
to
mean,
be
it's a
this
healthy,
guy.
Okay.
lumpage.
What
here it
color?
is.
What color?
Is it brown?
It is brown.
Green.
It's like a light brown.
The good news is it's probably a bear. or it could be a raccoon or fox.
Like I have a huge privacy fence around the perimeter of my yard.
Tell me something.
So this is like, this thing is either climbing over or opening the gate up and going in and taking a dump.
Okay, does it look something like this?
Yeah.
That's bear poop.
Dude, I got a bear in my backyard. I have a bear that
Wait,
is...
it looks like that?
Yes.
Well, it looks just like that?
Yes.
Well, you need to tell people
Tell them what?
that there's a bear in Ellisville.
Well, again.
Oh, there's a few bears.
Now,
there.
does it look like this at all?
Ew.
Kind of like an old cigar.
No, it's a little fibrous. No, I don't.
It's not like this.
No, I think the other one.
I think
very similar.
I bet it's a raccoon because if you look up theirs, it's
This is
very
Look
raccoon.
up raccoon poop, please.
This is raccoon.
This is raccoon.
That's what I'm trying to
That's
show
not
you.
what it looks like, though.
That's a bear.
Dang it!
That's a bear.
Oh, what?
I'm terrified. Like that thing's probably
You got a
getting
bear
in my.
crapping outside your window?
I guess so.
Is this
he's.
Do you have
every
an
day?
actual picture?
Is your tree
I don't.
scratched?
I'll take one when I get home later, and
Yeah,
I'll send it to you
please.
guys.
Does your tree have any scratch marks on it?
I don't think so.
All right, what about this one? Is this somewhat?
No!
familiar?
I thought you were gonna do the Dolly Parton
Nah,
photo.
no,
that's
That's deer
deer.
poop. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I do have some of that, but that's in my front yard.
Here's your original drawing.
Right, exactly.
Oh, that's...
Guys, I mean, I thought it was maybe like a crazy neighbor gone rogue.
And you're seeing berries or fibrous, like kind of things in it?
Could be a fox.
Wow, that's a bear.
Yeah, what's
man.
Can
a
you
fox
pick
poop
it up
look
and
like?
smell it and tell us because that'll
It
help.
smells.
Fox
Bag it
poo.
and bring it in.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fox poo
We'll
is
get to
going
the
look
bottom of
similar
this.
to raccoon poo.
All
Yeah.
right, back to you.
Here's a fox poop right here. Hold on.
There you go. Fox poo.
Yeah.
It looks like the bear poo. It's a little smaller and it's long.
Okay, it could be fox, but I mean, these are like man-sized turds.
Not the
Could
ones
be a-
that you drew. I thought
big
those were.
fox.
I thought was that true to size? Was that scale?
No, I'm not.
Big ass fox.
What are you
Draw it to
doing?
scale. Draw it to
It's just-
scale.
okay, draw it to scale. I can't.
Erase
He's
everything she's
asking you to
drawn
do it.
before.
Okay,
I'm sorry.
How
are we supposed to
Here, if
nab
this
the
is
suspect?
My hand, I'm going to make my hand a print of my hand,
That's your. What's that
and
for?
then and
Does
then
the
this
creature
is
look like he's wearing a
For
mask?
scale?
This is for scale. Here is my hand,
Okay.
and then
Oh my gosh. Okay, it's those size and that shape, that size and shape.
yes.
Yeah, that's a dude.
I mean, that's a big
I
boy.
think it's
This
your
is-
husband pooping outside
that's
the window.
that's
I'm
a
gonna-
Tim size if I ever
I'm
seen
going to
it.
get
You
him.
got a sleepwalker. You're drinking. Somebody's drinking at your house.
And it's right by where Tim gets in his cold plunge.
Oh, that makes sense. We figured it
Why
out.
do you lead with that?
Is
That
it
would
Tim?
have helped.
It sounds like
He did act a very not. When I told him,
It's
I
your
was
boy.
telling my sister, I go, "Hey, what's up with these
Interesting.
turds?" He was like,
Why are you telling your sister?
"Right,
You know, this is private stuff between
I
us.
got you, Tim.
these are not the turds you're looking for.
Mm.
We're gonna have words
Yeah, I
later."
think you need to have a... I think you guys need to have a talk.
Sounds like you need to take him fishing.
You poopy inside, Tim.
What you doing, man? Why you do that, Tim?
We have indoor plumbing. Yeah. You have more than one bathroom in the house, too.
I know.
Oh, man.
Man, we sure cover a lot of ground on this show, don't we?
Well, okay, I think
get it.
we learned a lot today.
Thank you.
Moving on.
Yeah. It's time for us to scat.
I had a whole bunch of stuff I wanted to talk
I'm
about. but
sorry.
This is fine. No,
Okay.
this is good. No, this is good. What did we learn today? We learned that every Tuesday at Cyberg's between 5 and 8 o'clock, it's family night. Mm-hmm. And Tim's pooping outside. So today's Team Remember the Day is brought to us by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Join Lern and myself at the Hot Shots, newly reopened in Arnold.
Yes.
It's going to be a whole thing on Saturday. We'll be out there from 3 to 5 o'clock, so come join us. From St. Louis, Melanie Boston hyphen, is it Bilgari?
I'm not sure. I never got a receipt.
Bilgari.
Bilgari. All right. Melanie Boston hyphen Bilgari. Melanie makes sure her radio never leaves the point. Once her radio died in the car, she grabbed a Bluetooth speaker to bring in the car with her.
Yep.
I love it.
She could
Been
listen. That's
there,
awesome.
sister.
If that's not dedication, I don't know what is. Well, we appreciate it. Thank you, Melanie. She starts every day with the show. We keep her company while she drives to work. And no, she made it to Friday when she hears Ice Cube's It Was a Good Day. She is a Religious Point listener, huge animal lover, and all-around nerd. Well, thank you, Melanie. Melanie from St. Louis is our Team Rizz Member of the Day. Get super sweet Team Rizz Member of the Day soccer jersey. Get yourself signed up 1057thepoint.com/Team Rizz. All right, we will take a break. We'll come back, and we got some news for you. You know those hummingbirds outside your window? Anybody got a hummingbird feeder?
Yeah, we do.
Yeah.
You may be murdering your hummingbirds.
What?
And guilty verdict for a local man who pistol whipped a Steak and Shake employee.
We still have Steak and Shakes?
We will give you the details on that. All that and more. News next. Program phone number 314-624-3833 or 618-398-3833. Text us 314-649-DUMB. The Mick Ultra Studio Cams, 1057thepoint.com/Rizz. The socials at RizzShow Show. Your emails, RizzShow, 1057thepoint.com. News here in a moment. Crap on Celebrities. We'll take a new game out. Well, a new twist on an old game. A little later on. What do we call it? Guess Who?
Guess Who?
Guess Who?
Yeah. It's pretty similar to the Guess Who game that you play with your kids.
Right, but we got a new little twist on the game today.
It'll be fun. It'll be nice to resurrect it and put a little life back into it.
For God's sakes, we got Puddle of Mud tickets to give away.
I mean, hell.
Hey, these Puddle of Mud tickets aren't going to give themselves away.
Right, it's not every day Puddle of Mud's in Alton. Am I right?
Speaking of Puddle of Mud, I was thinking maybe Tim was dropping deuces back there to grow some plants. Maybe it's doing slop tomatoes.
No, buddy, we got a compost.
Oh.
We got a composter, so that's not an excuse I'll be listening to.
Okay, well then never mind.
When was the last time you were at a baby shower?
0.
Not too long ago. Why? I mean,
baby showers are serious business, aren't they?
Yeah.
when's the last time a man was at a baby shower? You guys
they're
do the
trying to make
diaper
it-
and beers thing.
I think my daughter did.
Co-ed one?
I think so.
I would say I think the trend now is trying to get the
Everybody.
husbands and everybody all there.
Yeah, more gifts.
And it's
Leave
not
us alone.
It's like, come on, man. This is one day.
You don't need us.
This is your baby.
Leave us
buddy.
alone.
Everybody keeps asking.
We don't want to go.
For women.
I
It's
like
for
the
women.
diapers and beers party. I think that's cute that guys do that.
I don't know. I'm reading the headline, baby shower turns violent after heated argument.
Oh.
And I go,
The guys weren't at that one.
what's happening at these
I love
baby
the mints.
showers?
I love those little
Soft mints.
those soft mints that are at every baby and wedding shower.
Oh, yeah.
I'll go just for those.
Yeah, they look
like
like
pastel
they're
They're
hard.
in a
colors.
styrofoam bowl. Yeah, they're like little Easter eggs.
They
but
look
they're
hard, but then they go
but they're
melt away.
Yeah, I love them.
Oh, they're like Mentos.
Kinda.
Yeah, kinda.
They're like
They're-
chalky Mentos.
They're like little pouches.
they get wet in your mouth and they just kind of disintegrate, and I love it.
Grandma mints.
So this one in Maryland, a baby shower in Maryland takes a shocking and violent turn when an argument erupted between two women. According to police, the situation escalated rapidly, ending with one woman running over the next woman
With a vehicle or just with a body?
with a vehicle.
Oh.
What began as a celebration quickly shifted after two women got into a heated dispute. Following the argument, police say the suspect got into her vehicle and intentionally struck the other woman. What were they arguing about? Don't know.
Got the
Let's
same
make up
gift.
something.
Yeah. Somebody outdid the other person with the gift on the registry. Said, filtered it to say most expensive, bought it, boom, best friend.
No, I'm the best friend.
No, you're
But
not.
you didn't get
No,
the
you're
most
not.
expensive gift. I did. Next thing you know, boom, I'm
Boom.
in my car. I'm running you over.
That's right.
I get it.
That's how you win godmother, you know?
Well, speaking
Yeah.
of baby
Who's still
showers,
standing at the end of this?
Exactly
You'll
right.
be the godmother.
now we got a new thing
What is that?
because we need a new thing. Grandma showers.
Oh, no. Wait.
Excuse me.
Hold up.
We try to block these things
I
out.
know.
Oh, no.
Oh, you're becoming a grandmother.
Right.
Oh, cute.
I thought you meant seeing your grandma in the
No.
shower.
So there's apparently a new trend of baby showers for the grandparents.
It's like a greyhound in a shower cap.
And yes, this is in addition to all the other showers for the mom, for the dad.
It's fine.
Is it fine? It's not fine.
My mom would love nothing more than to have grandchildren right
She
now.
already had a baby shower probably when you were born. And then your
Probably
sister was
not.
born.
In the 80s, nobody was doing that crap.
I
Not-
didn't get nothing like that.
I don't think women in the 80s were having to hide their bellies because it was almost like offensive to be pregnant. My mom used to tell me that story, how she used to have to wear oversized like muumuus and things to hide her belly because, now pregnant women are embraced in that way. Like there's so much cuteness, like style and show your belly off. Back in the 80s and 70s and stuff, that was not the case. It's crazy.
Some people say grandma showers or grandbaby showers are a heartwarming way to honor a new chapter in life, but others say it's inappropriate and it's even a little narcissistic.
So wait. So who's being invited? Just other old folks? I say that because I can.
I don't know who is being invited to these things.
That's what I'm saying. Like
People against these things say that a grandma shower can shift the focus away from the actual parents.
Yes.
Not if you're having it on your own.
But if, like, let's say my sister, because she wants to have kids, she is having a baby. My mom
will go to your sister's baby shower.
Absolutely. She'll plan it, and it'll be her thing.
And that's the end of it.
And that'll probably be the end of it.
And that will satiate her.
But also, how fun would it be if my mom's best friend decided to throw Jill a grandma shower?
Unnecessary.
With wine and apps.
Is this a gift giving? Is this a gift giving?
Yeah, like things printed with Gigi on them.
Oh, you don't need that.
When I asked, when my daughter was pregnant, I said, are you doing a gender reveal? And she goes, no, I hate those things. And I was like, phew.
Me too.
You belong here. I was so proud of her.
I wouldn't be, like, if I were pregnant, I would have to know what's growing inside of me. Like, I would want to know.
No.
Is it a boy? Is it a girl? Is it an alien? What is it?
Listen, let's not get off topic. Do grandmothers deserve baby showers too?
It depends. Were you a good mom?
Are you just so excited that you just want a reason to party? You sound like a cool mom.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, maybe they're just looking to get the bridge club together, and let's do it for
maybe
for
no
a grandma
parties,
shower.
no parties, no gifts, just tequila. That's it.
That could be cool.
Okay.
That's
little
it.
wine trip with the girls.
Here's a TikToker on grandma showers.
There are definitely two opinions about grandmother showers.
Yeah.
Opinion one, grandmother showers are a lovely way to welcome a friend or coworker into their new role. Opinion two, granny showers are inappropriate and tacky gift grabs. So which is it? If a group of coworkers gets together and has a lunch where they celebrate someone becoming a new grandmother, it's a lovely way to welcome somebody to this new stage of life. But when the grandmother shower rivals the shower for the actual parents, that's where it crosses a line.
I don't like this woman. I'm sorry for playing that.
I hate when people. It's the most annoying thing in the world. There's two opinions on it. Yeah, there's two opinions on everything.
Yes or
You're
no?
for it or you're not.
I'm against it. I'm taking it.
You don't have to preface it
against
with that. You're not saying anything astute right now. There's two opinions on this. It's good or it's bad.
Whoa.
I'm not trying to bait you. This isn't clickbait.
I think it's sweet. I think it's just, I don't like that it's rivaling the new parents' shower. I don't like that. Yeah. But I think it's sweet if you want to take a new grandma out. She's probably stoked.
Out to lunch.
Out
That's
to
it.
lunch.
Let's do that. Take her out to lunch.
Give her like a gift card.
We don't need to register for gifts.
Well, that's too much. Yeah.
That's too much. Thank you. I think we're all on the same page there.
Yeah.
So you're
Enough.
a yes.
No. No.
Take her out to lunch.
This is not a grandma shower.
I mean, it is. It's just it's a
a
low
sprinkle.
Key. Yeah.
A grandma sprinkle will approve.
I don't.
A full-blown shower.
Why
don't.
can't I just take you out to lunch and just say, hey, congratulations? We don't need to put labels on things.
You're doing something.
Let's do some news.
Yeah, baby. And you're
yeah, we gonna do some news.
And your news being sponsored by
Schicker Auto Group, your headquarters for American-made Ford, Chrysler, Dodge, Ram, and Jeeps, plus a great selection of certified pre-owned vehicles. Shop local. Visit shopschicker.com.
Totally meant to press that button. Hummingbirds are obviously cute, unless you're a psycho. Who doesn't love a good hummingbird? Am I right?
They're so cute and fast.
Right? Speaking of psycho behavior, you might be murdering the hummingbirds and you may not even know it. So Vox did a big article on how the hummingbird feeder in your yard might be poisoning them. The too long didn't read version is you're probably not cleaning it enough. Whether you make their food or buy it, it's basically just sugar water, right? And sugar water spoils faster than you think, especially in the hot weather. If you don't clean their feeder or replace the liquid, they could end up with bacterial or fungal infections that could kill them. A study in 2019 found most of the microbes aren't deadly enough to cause huge declines in hummingbird populations, but it happens.
Yeah, and also use glass. Stop using the plastic ones.
Is that true?
Yeah, those are terrible.
One expert says it's fairly common for dirty feeders to at least make these hummingbirds, the hummingbirds that you love so much, sick. So how often should you be cleaning your feeder? Ideally every day or two.
Really?
Dang.
Every day?
Yeah. Quote, if you wouldn't leave your drink sitting out in the sun for 3 days and then drink it, don't do it for hummingbirds.
Okay.
If you replace the liquid every couple days, you could just rinse your feeder with hot water. But if it's been a while, do a deep clean with water and vinegar or hydrogen peroxide. Now you know.
And also, they make ones with darker glass too, so use that as well.
Do you have feeders?
Yeah, we have a nice dark blue one.
Well, you better start cleaning that every day.
I will definitely do it because it has
You're
not
welcome,
been
hummingbirds.
clean. It doesn't get clean like that. That's
I
for
did
sure.
it once a year. But now I know.
Now you know, man. Get rid of it.
Now I know.
Sorry,
you don't
buddies.
need another thing to do.
Dang.
Yeah, I wonder
You're
what
right.
happened to all our
You need
hummingbirds.
another thing to do.
You're right. I got a bird feeder and like this post and all this stuff that I was going to put up, and then it didn't get put up.
Moon was finding all these dead hummingbirds in his yard, and he's like, "These guys are starving to death. I got to put more feeders out."
Nah, man, I got the whole thing. You get you get the bird feeder, or you get the hummingbird food. It's basically just a jug of sugar, and that's under the sink. And I'd go out there every once in a while, and you're right, I don't need nothing.
You don't need another thing to clean.
I do love the hummingbird, dude. If one settles near you, you feel like the Beastmaster. If you're like out on the deck and a hummingbird would happen to settle near you or hover near you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, pretty cool.
I love those guys and girls that they'll put those like bibs on with the helmets and they'll sit really still.
With a
and
plate
then the
and
birds will
sunglasses.
come over and the hummingbird and they're just like watching them
Yeah.
up close. I need to do that.
Have you seen that?
No.
They literally put on like a pair of glasses with like a half of a plate.
Yeah.
And it'll have like bird seed or like hummingbird food in it. And they'll just sit still and the hummingbirds will come up like right to their face.
And eat it
What
off
is
your
that?
face. Sounds like a damn good Saturday to me.
Honestly, it does look pretty cool. It seems like you're right.
Something even nerdier. Like my dad used to have bird feeders out, and he would put it out there and watch the birds and whatever. I have found myself that if I'm doing something, in the house or whatever, like cleaning or something, on YouTube there are bird feeder
Oh, yeah.
things. They're live bird feeders, and they'll get like 10,000 people watching at any time.
I'm in the middle of courting a rabbit right now.
Yeah. And you turn that on, and then you realize like 15 minutes later, you're like, oh my gosh,
What am I doing?
I'm 42 years old, and I'm watching bird feeders on YouTube.
Yeah, come on.
Might I suggest this though?
Oh,
For
How'd I get
Christmas
here?
last year, I bought my in-laws and my stepdad this $200 bird feeder that has like a camera, and there's an app that you can like pull it up on your phone and you can watch them eating. And my in-laws refused to install it because they didn't like some of the verbiage in the manual. It sounded like China was watching them. And then my stepdad, he installed it where a raccoon could get to it, and it fell off the deck and it broke. So those suck. And I was like, what a fail on my part.
What a waste of money.
What a
Just
waste
light
of
your money
money.
on fire
I
next
might as
time. A St. Louis man has been found guilty after a violent outburst at a Steak and Shake last summer. This is all because his food didn't look like the menu photo.
Been there.
Yeah, according to prosecutors, 60-year-old Reginald White visited the Steak and Shake on Hampton in July of 2024.
Celebrity.
Now, we know that Steak and Shake. Is it still there?
Yeah.
That one's still, is that the one near the Courtesy Diner, right?
Yep. Still there.
That's one of
That
the only.
one and the one on Chippewa.
Okay, so that's
Chippewa
still
closed and
that's still a
reopened.
running. That's still a running Steak and Shake. So Reggie goes in there, Steak and Shake on Hampton, July last year, becomes furious when his order didn't match the picture, even after getting a refund. Not enough. Anger grew and grew. He threw coins at a female employee, then pulled out a loaded gun, racked it, pointed it at her.
Jesus.
The employee runs outside. Reginald chases. I can't even imagine the fear.
Right.
He pistol whips her. He also had a coworker try to intervene. After running away, arrested later that day, officers recovered the same gun, which was loaded and working. Reginald goes, self-defense, man.
What?
This is self-defense. The surveillance video tells another story.
Self-defense from what? Getting your order?
Meat stylists.
Smash burger.
Jury took about 90 minutes to convict him on multiple charges, including second-degree assault, armed criminal action, and unlawful use of a weapon. He'll be sentenced on August 8th. Overreaction? Probably.
Very much so.
What? My burger doesn't look like the picture? Huh?
Welcome to reality, pal.
First
Nothing
day on
looks
Earth.
like it's supposed to.
Okay. So overreaction, yes, we'll agree on that one. What about this one? Ever have a friend stab you in the back? How about in the front? A man in Salt Lake City was out having lunch with a buddy on Saturday. Out of nowhere, the guy attacked him, put him in a chokehold, tried to stab him with a wooden stake.
Golly.
Buffy the Vampire Slayer.
Yeah, the
no
attacker
kidding.
was 24-year-old Jose Perez, and the reason he did it makes me think maybe Jose's got some mental health quirks. He pulled out the wooden stake, which had a nail in it, and told the guy who was going to stab him in the heart because he was a werewolf.
He mixed up his lore.
Hey, does anybody get weirded out when you hear about, or even you watch some sort of vampire thing and they stab somebody with a wooden stake? I mean, the thing that makes me,
splinters.
yeah, the splinters, dude.
it's
Like
not nice.
the thing that makes me shiver, dude. I got goosebumps right now.
Splinters in the
is
hands of the
in the
stabber?
hand of the stabber. Like it's
Right.
more dangerous for
You need to
you.
sand it down first.
Yeah, it freaks me out.
I like
dude.
to shellac
Ugh.
my steaks.
Yeah.
I like to shellac my wooden steaks.
Whittle them down, dude. You know?
Well, the guy got away. He wasn't hurt. Then Jose stole his backpack and ran off. I don't know why he stole it, but maybe to look for werewolf stuff. Still had the bag when police caught up with him. They also found several rocks in his pocket, which he said were in case his werewolf buddy tried to kill him, facing charges for aggravated robbery. Trying to take down a werewolf with rocks and a wooden stake is a totally rookie move. We know that. And unless the nail and the stake was silver,
Yeah.
there's no way that's working.
A silver bullet.
A silver bullet is how
Or a
you kill
knife
a werewolf.
with the
This, guy,
silver handle.
Exactly. Bob Seger and the Silver Bullet Band.
this guy's an idiot.
Dude, what if Bob Seger was secretly a monster hunter, and that's why
He was the Slayer.
Silver Bullet Band is called that? God, that'd be cool. Trademark.
He's like Merrick.
Trademark movie script. Trademark.
There will be plenty of opportunities to work in the restaurant industry this summer with the National Restaurant Association. They're saying around 490,000 restaurant jobs will be added
What do you
during
mean?
the summer months.
Oh, I see.
Well, the number of teens working in restaurants has reached its highest level in 15 years.
Nice.
Nearly 2 million teenagers aged 16 through 19 are currently working in restaurants.
3 of my kids are.
And the National Restaurant Association adds that more restaurants will finally be fully staffed for the first time since the pandemic, which is great news.
Whoa, that's great.
It's great. And with all that being said, this is the end of an era, possibly. Think back to the last time you stayed at a hotel and you thought about the hotel's front desk.
A couple weekends ago.
But
You know why? Because we had an experience that I have not had in America in, well, forever. We showed up at this hotel. It was the day of traveling. We got there late. The concierge ran out. It's like an old school, like Lake Town
okay, well, that's a
up in
different
Canada.
story.
And the concierge runs out and he goes like this. He goes, "Are you guys hungry?" Awesome accent, by the way. I can't do it. But he's like, "Are you guys hungry?" We're like, "Yeah." And he goes, "We kept the kitchen open because we knew you guys were coming late. And we knew that you might be hungry."
That's
for an hour."
wonderful.
We're like,
5
what?
stars. Go to
We went in.
TripAdvisor.
They gave us like these some roast or something like this. I mean, they went all out, and this was the concierge, and he turned into like the wait staff.
That's
Amazing.
great. I mean, but that's like a boutique hotel, I'm sure. Like a boutique. You're not talking about a Best Western or
No.
Quality
Yeah,
Inn
no,
or.
you're right. You're right.
According to new reports, 70% of American travelers are more likely to check themselves into a hotel using an app or a self-service kiosk instead of walking up to a traditional front desk. And the preference skyrockets to 82% among Gen Z travelers, meaning they'd rather check in using an app or not talk to anybody.
That's kind of cool, but how does that work with the key? Or does the key to go to your phone or something?
Now a lot of these hotels you could use your phone as the key.
Oh, I've never stayed. I don't think I've stayed in one of those before. Although that would make sense, because how else?
The wallet,
How else are you supposed to get the key if you're
I don't know.
checking yourself in?
Hotel front desk used to be a hospitality feature. That is when they were properly staffed. Convenient, helpful. But now many people would rather interact with an app than wait in a long line in the lobby.
What about you? What do you feel?
If I don't have to talk to anybody, I won't.
Me too. I like that.
Of course, completely skipping the front desk isn't an option for everywhere, but it's probably only a matter of time. Think about it with Airbnb, Vrbo. You could rent somebody's entire house without ever seeing or talking to them. Mm-hmm. So this is where we're going. A new Johns Hopkins University and New York University study is rocking religious circles after 29 faith leaders from Christianity, Judaism, Islam, and Buddhism underwent supervised sessions taking psilocybin, you know, the active ingredient in magic mushrooms.
Yes.
This is a crazy study, what they did here. Each participant took 2 different medical doses around 1 month apart in a comfortable setting with trained facilitators for 6 months. After the sessions, 96% of the religious leaders said their psilocybin experience was one of their 5 most significantly spiritual life experiences, describing feelings of unity, transcendence of time and space, and encounters with what they considered sacred or divine.
That's beautiful.
42% of them said it was the most profound experience they'd ever had.
Mm-hmm.
What was that? One guy, right? It was 4%? Did not respond?
One guy had a bad trip.
Had a bad trip.
Like, where from? Which?
They don't say. I want to know, too.
That's the data we're looking for.
Most of the religious leaders said 16 months later that their psilocybin experiences improved their prayer and meditation practices.
That's beautiful.
Who is the lone party pooper? Like the lone party pooper must reveal himself or herself.
Well, probably not the Buddhist guy.
Right. I would say Buddha had the best.
Probably the best.
What if it is?
Trip ever.
I don't know. I don't know.
I mean, I wouldn't even be able to guess. That's why. Incomplete data. Incomplete.
I mean, 96% said their experience is one of the most significantly spiritual life
their names aren't attached to this. Why didn't they tell us which?
I don't know.
That sucks.
But the headline is religious leaders who took magic mushrooms say it made them better at their jobs. A former Colorado funeral home owner has been sentenced to 18 months in prison after pleading guilty to abusing a corpse and theft. 34-year-old Miles Hartford admitted to leaving a woman's body in the back of a hearse for more than a year and improperly storing the cremated remains of at least 30 people.
Leaving a woman in the back of a hearse for more than a year?
Yeah.
Where were her loved ones?
Well,
where's Cheryl?
Well, it's Christina.
Christina.
Authorities say the disturbing discovery was made last year when the body of Christina Rosales, who died at the age of 63, was found inside the hearse, covered in blankets. In a shocking twist, he had given her family the ashes of somebody else.
Dude, this is the story.
Misrepresenting them as Christina's.
This is the story on that HBO show, The Mortician. You got to watch it. It is wild. It is wild.
Investigators later found even more cremated remains stashed in boxes in a crawl space at his rental property. And the Denver district attorney says nothing will ever undo the terrible pain that Miles Hartford caused to so many families, but it is our hope that the sentence will provide some measure of justice. Again, he's going to do 18 months. His sentence is the max allowed under Colorado laws for these charges. Other charges, including forgery and theft, were dismissed as part of a plea agreement. Which, why are you allowed to plea? I mean, what he did was horrible. Mm-hmm. Horrible. And this case follows a series of troubling incidents involving funeral homes in Colorado, including another case where 200 bodies were improperly stored, and the families, again, given fake ashes. On a lighter note.
Yikes.
Yesterday, Amazon officially announced the dates of the upcoming annual Prime Day. Actually, this year, the length of Prime Day is doubling from 2 days to 4 days, guys.
Whoa.
So the sale kicks off Tuesday, July 8th, and will run until Friday, July 11th, midnight. Amazon's already started listing early Prime Day deals on the site, And it's been 12 years since Amazon first announced they planned on using drones to deliver your stuff in the future. Well, guys, it's the future. So what's going on with the Amazon drone program? It's had a pretty rocky rollout.
Yeah. Saw this coming.
It's had a pretty, because remember, we talked about this a long time ago.
Yeah.
And it's been in the news for a long time. Amazon's going to start using drones to deliver your stuff. We're going to be seeing all these Amazon drones all over the place. And just poop right there on the front stoop. It's still only available in a couple select communities. But now Amazon is thinking farther into the future. They are working on technology to have your packages delivered by humanoid robots. Humanoid robots. And the humanoids would be driven around in Rivian electric vans, and they would jump out to walk over and drop packages off on your doorstep.
Can you say hi to him?
Supposedly, this AI software will, quote, soon be ready for real-world testing.
I get excited when I'm at Schnucks and I see the little scanner robot Tally.
I do, too.
And I always say hi to it, and I like its little noises it makes.
I think it's pretty cool as well.
It is, but okay, if the androids are going to be, because I always say hi to my Amazon driver, and I always say hi to delivery people in the neighborhood if I'm walking or whatever. So I hope there's a feature where we can say hello to the
We can
humanoid,
interact.
and they would say hi back.
Yeah.
Listen, so again, soon be ready for real-world testing, but judging by how long the drone thing is dragged on, I'm not going to hold my breath. But if you're curious, the testing will happen at an indoor humanoid park, which Amazon has constructed at one of their offices in San Francisco. It's roughly the size of a coffee shop and has an obstacle course for the robots. They're also working on AI-powered robots to work at distribution centers, which feels a little more practical than humanoids that are out walking around delivering packages to homes. In fact, Amazon's already using a variety of autonomous robots in their warehouse operations. But listen, it's not surprising that a company like Amazon is thinking years or decades into the future.
Where are we seeing the trouble with this? People going to, I mean, the porch pirates and stuff, are they just going to kick these things' asses? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
are they, I mean, where?
No, the humanoid robots are going to be armed. Arm them.
What could go wrong?
Arm them.
Yes, that's what we
Yeah,
do.
Give them weapons.
Have you not seen iRobot?
Dude, people going to be humping these robots. These things are going to go up on the lonely man's porch and meet a fate worse than death.
Oh, my goodness. Man.
That's all they're ever doing. Every time you turn around, we're humping everything.
You know what? That's a good point. Who do you think, celebrity-wise, aside from Elon Musk, is going to be the first person to show up to a red carpet with a date that's a humanoid? Is it Kim Kardashian? Because she kind of did that.
A humanoid robot?
Yeah, like she did a modeling campaign with Tesla where she was kind of like in a car with a humanoid and looking all hot and stuff. But who is actually going to walk the red carpet with their date being the humanoid?
Being a robot?
It'd be
Yeah.
like Lady Gaga or something.
Yeah, like Lady Gaga.
Who's quirky?
I'm deep.
What is like quirky celebrities?
Like
Rami Malek.
Yeah.
Joaquin.
Listen, it's not a pipe dream. A lot of the stuff that they're doing now would have seemed crazy even 20 years ago. But, you know, they got a good thing going. Humanoid robots and drones are expensive. It's less expensive to hire gig workers to get stuff directly to customers. And it's extra efficient when you could apparently convince them to work with minimal bathroom breaks. Am I right?
Yeah,
That'd be a bummer.
These humanoid robots are not going to have to pee in Gatorade bottles.
that's true.
The future's now, guys. It's coming.
I got some more information on that psilocybin thing.
What?
Well, okay, so you said 96% ranked it at least one of the experiences among the 5 most spiritually significant of their lives. That's what you
Right.
said.
So after the sessions, 96% of the religious leaders said their psilocybin experience was one of their 5 most significantly spiritual life experiences.
However, they had multiple experiences, and
Right.
42% described moments of anxiety, pain, confusion, and one participant, Pastor Seth, characterized his second session as a full-blown bad trip and said that without the structured setting, the experience may have broken him mentally. Others recall uncontrollable crying or feelings of disintegration. Some of these people had reported that they had never even smoked weed before, so this was like the first experience in any sense with a mind-altering
Seth.
substance. Passed to Seth. And one
I think it's Rabbi Seth, probably.
one in particular He said, let's see, it was a pastor did leave the project after the first experience. So he was probably the 4% that left.
Well, what I'm assumed to be Rabbi Seth. So he had a bad trip.
Mm-hmm.
Somebody left. Was it Seth that left, or they don't know? They don't say.
No, this was a different professor left, and it doesn't say which religion he was affiliated with.
All right.
But pretty experienced and stuff, and not as all yay, 96% is awesome. 96% said one of them was a great spiritual experience. Almost half of them were like, yeah, it was scary, and others.
So it says after 96% of the religious leaders said their psilocybin experience was one of their 5 most significantly spiritual life experiences.
Yes, at least one of the experiences.
Describing feelings of unity, transcendence of time and space, and encounters with what they considered sacred or divine. So read into that whatever you will.
One of the rabbis said that during her trip, she envisioned the suffering of the Jewish people throughout the entire history and felt a shattering connection to the divine.
Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds right.
That's deep.
There's a good Netflix doc about, a lot of it is for, veterans with PTSD and things like using it to treat, because it activates parts of your brain that don't normally talk to each other.
Is that the one that talks to Sting and it animates his
that's
story?
not LSD.
No.
Oh, that one was amazing.
That was cool though. That's a good documentary.
Dude, Sting is talking about his experience and they animate it, and he's like, and I was walking through this thing and the flowers started talking to me, and it's got these flowers that goes, "Hi, Sting."
Yeah.
That would be cool. Maybe Sting was the outlier in this, and he's like, "No flowers talk to me." But the one on Netflix is more.
That's so funny.
A little more clinically based, but it was a cool thing to see. It showed brain waves of people where certain hemispheres and parts of your brain that normally don't activate at the same time started to communicate with one another, and they think that's probably what causes a lot of these transcendent experience. It actually helps you heal.
Yeah, the serotonin.
Oh yeah. Listen, I'm all about helping out people with PTSD, no matter what they're doing. It could be psilocybin. It could be what are they doing?
MDMA.
MDMA. That's fine. Mm-hmm. If you're doing it in controlled, a controlled experiment,
right,
and it can help other people, awesome. All right, that is your news. All right, we'll take a break. We'll come back. We got Crab on Celebrities. Man, the big news is that streaming just beat cable and broadcast for the first time ever. And I'll go into some of the details there. And what are the hardest types of scenes to watch if you're watching a movie? What are the hardest types of scenes for you to watch? I have the results of a big study. I want you to think about, for you, what it is. All right, Lern, what do you got for us?
Now you can clone Ozzy Osbourne. A filthy congratulations are in order. Rest in peace, Chef. And these are some Sega games that you need to get while you still can.
All right, we got that. We got your crappy birthdays, the Porto birthday, all that and more next in your Crab on Celebrity. Stay there. All right, so these are some pretty big numbers over here. So streaming has officially pulled ahead of both cable and broadcast combined.
Wow.
So what does that mean? So according to the latest numbers from Nielsen, now Nielsen is the company that they do radio ratings, they do TV ratings. So this is May of 2025, the first time ever that more Americans spent their TV time on streaming platforms than on traditional cable or regular broadcast channels. So breaking it down, streaming grabbed 44.8% of all TV use in the U.S. last month. Cable and broadcast together only managed 44.2%. With cable at 24.1% and broadcast at 20.1%. The rest, things like gaming and old school DVD watching.
Whoa.
That's wild.
So these are the numbers. Every time you turn on your TV, what are you doing? Anytime you turn it on, what are you doing? 44.8% of us last month, anytime we turn on the TV, it was to watch Netflix, Hulu, YouTube, All the streamers.
What percentage is just going from app to app and then not actually watching anything?
Doesn't say that.
And going
Doesn't say that.
Because I do that often.
So what are the two heavyweights? What are the two as far as streamers go?
Netflix and Hulu.
Netflix and
Max.
YouTube.
Oh,
yeah. Nobody
thought
under
YouTube's
the
in
age
it.
of 30 is watching anything but YouTube.
I don't. I'm not on YouTube very often.
I do. I watch all the time.
Really?
All the time. I think probably YouTube for me is the most.
Like the shorts?
You know what I'm curious about?
Well, I
just-
mean,
what are you
I'll
watching?
watch long form videos or the shorts.
How do they? I have YouTube TV. So how do they calculate that?
How much is that?
I don't know. $40.
A month? Dang.
I got it for the NFL season because I was tired of like getting blacked out on games, and then I got it for something, and I just kept it.
$40 a month, and you don't feel like you're using the money's worth?
I use it. I mean, it's just like it's basically like having cable.
And no ads.
You get the networks too, right?
Get the networks.
You get the networks on there too.
But you get no ads.
No ads.
Okay.
So YouTube and Netflix, still the heavyweights. Together they made up 20% of all TV viewing time, which is almost as much as all the broadcast networks combined. Broadcast was 20.1%. ABC, Fox, NBC. YouTube was 0.1% behind that. Just YouTube. YouTube and Netflix. YouTube in particular keeps breaking its own records and hitting an all-time high for the fourth month in a row. Now accounting for 12.5% of all TV use. So if you're curious about what everyone was watching, Netflix's series You was the most streamed show of the month.
Horse crap.
4 billion minutes.
Dang.
4 billion minutes.
This month?
Last month.
Horse
May of
crap.
2025.
That's a Netflix series, right? Is their studio? Horse
Ken
crap.
Badgley.
And dumb.
I don't believe it. I don't believe it. Even people that were fans of that show are done with it.
Nielsen, these are Nielsen's numbers.
Yeah, but who's handing Nielsen their numbers?
I
from
don't
Netflix?
know.
Aren't they? Aren't they
I
not?
don't know.
You know what I mean?
I don't know.
Like it's self-reported. Horse poo-poo.
This is a huge milestone in Mark's 4 years since Nielsen started tracking those numbers back in 2021. Back then, streaming only had a 26% share, with cable being the king at 39%. Broadcast was at 25%. In just 4 years, streaming shares grown by 71%. Cables dropped 39%, broadcast down 21%. So what's next? With YouTube and Netflix leading the way and free platforms like Roku and Tubi and Pluto TV grabbing more eyeballs, it looks like streaming is only going to keep growing. And the question is, how is cable and broadcast going to keep up? I don't think they can.
CBS is like, God, we're running out of cities for CSIs to be in.
Yeah.
Got to keep Grandma watching.
CSI Omaha.
They should do CSI The Villages.
That'd be
Oh,
cool.
yeah.
Yeah.
That actually would be a funny one.
That'd be tight.
Murder mystery in the villages.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay, so here's a headline.
CSI Boca Raton.
Here's a headline with a kind of a twist. It's not the epic battles or wild car chases that make people cover their eyes in movies. Like, what makes you cover your eyes?
Dead animals. Can't deal with it.
What are the hardest types of scenes to watch?
We're watching No Country for Old Men. Spoiler alert. When he's got to kill the dog. And Tim's like, look away, because here we go. And I'm like, geez, because, the dog is trying to kill him. Josh Brolin's character, like, by following him down the river. And then he's got to shoot him.
I'll say something unpopular. I am not a super big fan of sex scenes any longer. I think they're almost 99% totally unneeded. And when I see a movie,
I'm with you. I'm right there with you.
when I see a movie and it like leads into what would be a sex scene and then goes to the next scene, I'm like, yeah, good for you, because I didn't need that. I already know it in my mind. Let my imagination do something. And I hate to say this too, but every sex scene that's still there seems so gratuitous, a minute or two too long, and the entire time I'm sitting there judging, going, no, that's not how That's not how you would do that. No, you know what I mean? Like, I'm kind of like picking it apart.
You have notes.
Yeah. I mean, am I alone?
I just told you. I'm with you.
They just seem so unreasonable
It's
and so
gratuitous.
unneeded. And like, what are you doing? Why? Leave something to the imagination. You already gave me the point of what we're doing here.
Unless something
give me the next
happens,
scene.
unless something happens to drive the plot,
Which it
during
never
the sex
does.
scene.
It never does. When's the last time you saw a sex scene that drove the plot?
It was on Roseanne. I guess it was like 93.
Dan?
Yeah, Dan and Roseanne, they were just going at it. That was pretty good.
well, I will tell you.
And I'll tell you another scene that always bothers me, and this is just a personal thing, and I don't know if anybody's with me. If anything happens to anyone's knees, if like somebody gets shot in the knee or somebody gets clubbed in the knee, I'm always like, "Oh God, man, I don't want to see this."
Yeah, my guess is it'll be. I don't really love like domestic violence scenes or sexual assault stuff. I feel like those are getting kind of gratuitous too. Like
Yep.
we get, and sometimes if it's necessary, if it's to tell the story, I get it. But there's times I think they go a little over the top with it.
I mean, I have a definitive answer of what America said. What for you, Scott, is the hardest
I mean,
thing
you
to
guys
watch?
are saying great things right there. And then I guess also for me that takes away from the movie at least is terrible CGI. When I see that, it's like, pfft.
No, this is not. This
I know,
is
but it's
what's
stuff I
hard
don't
for
wanna
you
see.
Watch. What's like, ooh, I don't need to see that.
Oh, I mean, yeah, any over the top, unneeded. Because like he said, you need to have your imagination. So let that be the running thing.
Because
that
I
makes
love,
it more fun.
You know the
experience.
movies I love, John Wick. I love all that stuff. So violence / murder, it's fine. I'm fine with that. And I think I'm with the number one thing on here. The number one hardest type of scene for Americans to watch is animal abuse or killing.
Yeah.
That's the number one thing. Above the number two, child abuse.
Gosh.
Wow.
Child abuse 2, animal abuse or killing 1.
Well, you know what that is like Macaulay Culkin in like The Good Son when he's just like a little serial killer and then they'd kill him. You know, I mean, does that kid deserve it? Is that child abuse? If Macaulay Culkin is torturing your son during the summer?
But think about this. Animal abuse or killing tops the list as the hardest movie moment for viewers to handle.
But is that,
Beating out even the most intense human drama.
is that also because maybe we're seeing that more often? I mean,
The child abuse?
No, the pet thing, the animal thing.
DoesTheDogDie.com. Like you don't have a DoesTheKidGetHit.com. That doesn't exist.
You don't see a lot of movies where kids are
Does the
getting
kid deserve it.com?
beat, right? I mean, maybe we're just not seeing. It's not on the radar as much, and
Which
therefore
would
it's
make,
not
to
going to
me,
make this poll.
even harder to watch if that's not something you see so often.
Yeah, but I wasn't even thinking that. Like I was going through all the things that have bothered me recently, and that didn't pop up in my mind because I haven't seen that.
It's number one is animal abuse or killing, then child abuse, then domestic violence and abuse, then violence and murder, then deathbed and final goodbyes. That's number 5 as far as having a hard time watching.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Shootings,
Context matters too.
drug use.
Personal experience, man. Like if you've gone through something gnarly, that's the
Sure.
scene that you're not wanting to see. And again, that's my knee hurts, and if I see knee damage, I'm always extra affected.
Drug use was 7. Then sex and intimacy was number 8. Car accidents, and then war and battles was number 10.
I tell you what, I mean, it was also because of the point in which I was in my life. It was 2020. A lot of weird things, but that Don't Look Up movie, that one scene at the end was so intense in the moment. And I've seen it since then, and it didn't do the same thing to me. But man, at that time, when you watch that movie, End of the World stuff, it was. You still haven't seen it, have you?
No.
Oh man, it's a spectacularly done scene.
Well, when it comes to why number 1 is animal abuse and killing, and child abuse is close behind. What do experts say? Why? Because it comes down to empathy.
Sure.
People see animals as innocent and defenseless. So when
Not
they're in
children?
danger, Scott, I said child abuse was very close behind. So when they're in danger, it hits us even harder than most human violence or tragedy. So the next time you spot a dog or a cat in a tense movie, don't be surprised if the whole crowd gets a little jumpy. But saving an animal is still the surest way to win over an audience.
Yeah.
Saving an animal, yes. Killing an animal, no.
There's horror movies that are like gruesome that'll like
spare the animal.
Yeah, the killer will go in and dismember the family, and they'll make sure and show you the German Shepherd like coming through the pet door.
Yeah,
I've seen it.
It's true.
I mean, the Terrifier movies are grotesque. They don't show, and he kills kids in the third one. But they do a lot of cutaways. He like goes.
You know it's going.
He's playing Santa at a mall, and a bunch of kids get killed, but they don't show it. But then, like, the family cat in one scene, like, is in the windowsill while he's walking out. They make sure to show you the cat survive. Like, that's how. That's how aware.
Or the
filmmakers
serial
are
killer
of it,
will
too.
get done killing, massacring a family of 5.
Oh, damn.
And then
Feed the dog.
And then feed the dog.
Yeah.
Then you're kind of okay with him then. You're kind of like, that's
Well,
cool.
no,
Oh,
I guess
it's a serial
not
killer
all
with a
bad.
Think about Game of Thrones. We lost every freaking character we loved.
Yep.
But nothing hurt more than when a dragon died.
Or when a direwolf died.
Yeah.
Think about Never-Ending Story. The part that stuck with everybody was when the thing.
Artax.
When the thing drowned.
What?
That's
Artax.
Wow.
When Artax, now, I did appreciate when Gamora went down. Because that's okay.
Like when Joffrey spoiler alert, when Joffrey gets what he deserves,
That's a kid.
that's
Yeah, but he
child
was a
abuse.
terrible
And I was
person.
like, get him out of here. This little
Yeah.
turd. But then whenever Sansa's dog gets its head cut off or whatever, because the Lannisters are freaking evil,
Yeah, well.
crying my eyes out.
Don't forget why you hated Joffrey. Domestic abuse scenes.
That's right.
Oh yeah. A lot of it is context of the storytelling. Like, it wasn't necessary to tell the story and to invoke a certain emotion, which is why, that's probably, in order for them to kill Joffrey, they had to show us what Joffrey was.
And then you hate the Lannisters because of the wolf head thing. I mean, that was gnarly. Parading around the wolf head.
See?
Never mind
And everybody's different.
never mind the
Already
entire
gets to him.
family that's been erased.
He's seen it 6 times.
The
He's gone
horse
through
head.
Game of Thrones
I still
6
can't
times.
watch
It
it.
still gets him.
Personal
times.
trauma
Four
also
times.
plays in, man.
Oh, for sure.
Like what people have been, like Moon said, like what you've personally been through plays into it a lot. Like how I remember taking an acting class, and there was these 2 college kids picked a scene that was like it's from a play, and it was like a very graphic, like man abusing woman, husband-wife scene. And I was the whole class is sitting watching, and I was like kind of cracking jokes under my breath. Now, that was my way of dealing with my trauma. But a girl in front of me got pissed about it and took me to task for it, and she probably should have. She's like, some of us went through this, and at that time I hadn't processed it to be like, yeah, you're talking to one right now. But we were processing it differently. Do you know what I mean? Like, my way was like, I don't want to even like go there. This is making me uncomfortable. My defense mechanism was to crack a joke. And she was going to, and so like, I think everybody like processes things differently and contextually. So that's the hard thing about when you're making art is like, you have to, that happens a lot with live audiences. Like, people want you to play, like they expect you to,
Play a role.
manage the person with the lowest threshold of what might trigger somebody. And you can't do that all the time in art. And that makes it kind of tough. But I would say that animal abuse is the one thing across the board. You can be like, no one's going to like this.
Mike, on the feedback, other than John Wick, what movies are showing animal abuse?
Oh, man, like
Anchorman.
Dumb and Dumber.
The Leonardo movie.
You talking about what?
Oh, Dumb and Dumber.
No Country for Old Men, like I just
When
said.
the owl gets hit with a cork?
I Am Legend.
The cork, Petey's head
Or
falls
Petey's
off.
head falls off.
Oh, yeah.
Petey bird.
Or an Anchorman when he punched the dog off the...
Those are happy
that-
times,
That's what I'm
though.
talking about.
I Am Legend has to
I Am
choke his
Legend.
dog out.
That's not animal abuse. He's killing a zombie.
Well, it doesn't matter, though.
It doesn't matter.
He's no
Still
longer an
crying
animal.
my eyes out.
The Edge. Kill the bear.
What about, what's the movie where Leonardo DiCaprio, The Revenant?
The Revenant.
Yeah. People don't get as mad when it's
Hey.
like a bear.
The Great Outdoors.
A murderous bear.
Trying to kill the bat or whatever.
Jaws.
How about
No, I'm talking about the bear that he blows the...
National Lampoon's
yeah.
Vacation when he drags the dog behind? I mean, you see the lead.
Oh, that is
God.
great.
I mean, you know what
Yes.
happens.
I mean, Fatal Attraction was
Oh,
huge.
the rabbit? Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that was a huge...
Oh, yeah. Let's do crap on celebrities. All right, time to find out what's going on in the world of music and entertainment with your crap on celebrities.
Guys, Ozzy Osbourne has teamed up with the beverage company Liquid Death to put out a pretty funny gimmick, and they sold all out of these. They were $450 each, these Liquid Death empty cans of the iced tea that Ozzy Osbourne had drank out of, and he crumpled, and then he signed each one of them, and it's all part of the premise of clone Ozzy one day. So 10 of these cans all sold out immediately. Somebody has cans.
Ozzy DNA.
Ozzy DNA. I think that's kind of cool.
Ooh, okay. Somebody brought out the movie Fear. Remember Fear with is that Mark
Wahlberg,
and Reese Witherspoon? Doesn't he kill the dog in that?
I think you're right. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Also, a great roller coaster scene.
Great movie.
Wow.
Yeah.
That was a very good movie.
It was. God, you know what? That's like where my toxic
I was talking to you.
relationships began because, like, Mark Wahlberg is so hot in that movie and he's so obsessed with Reese Witherspoon and, you know, he's such a creep and abusive and all this stuff. But gosh, he's so hot and, like,
I just like you.
the roller coaster scene was super.
I was talking to you.
Does it hold up?
Sorry for liking you so
Yeah,
much.
I think it does.
I want to see it.
Guys, congratulations are in order for Cradle of Filth's Danny Filth. He got engaged on stage at Download Festival. Here's a little audio from what that looks like from the audience's point of view.
This is Danny Filth proposing to his partner Sophia.
Yes.
Okay.
Guys, I know this is a concert, but I want to beg a couple of minutes of your time. This is really important, at least for me. I'm really going to embarrass my partner now. Sophia, come here. In your own time, weekday, all the way from Mordor. Sophia, love of my life, my queen.
That's nice.
With this filth, I thee wed.
Anywho, thanks also that this is entitled
I love it. So anyway, congratulations to Danny Filth on getting
and the
engaged.
whole Filth family.
And the whole Filth crew. Sophia's beautiful, and I wish them all the best. And I hope he gets married in all the makeup. Simple Plan have announced a Prime Video documentary called The Kids in the Crowd, set for a release on July 8th. The film is capturing their journey, struggles, the most memorable moments of Simple Plan and their moments together. Creating it, they say, has been a deeply meaningful sharing of our story and a perfect way to celebrate our 25th anniversary. Mark Hoppus, Avril Lavigne, Noodles from The Offspring, and Fat Mike also are interviewed in it. So if you're a Simple Plan fan, again, July 8th on Prime Video.
Can I bring up another little crap on thing we talked about yesterday? What was that movie you guys told me to watch?
Bone Tomahawk.
Yeah, but yeah.
I don't know how many people reached out and told me,
Warned
me.
Someone watched it last night and sent me a message and said, I believe I've reached the scene to which you have spoken about.
Yeah. I mean, you'll know.
Yep.
Ronnie, who works with us, Ronnie, he says, please watch Bone Tomahawk. I would really like to hear your opinion. With all due respect, I was completely floored today when I heard the others mention it was a great movie.
Oh, no.
In my opinion, it was the worst movie I've ever seen, ever. I literally cannot think of any other movie ever made that I would not watch over Bone Tomahawk.
Oh.
That's why it has 93% on Rotten Tomatoes.
Not a Western fan, huh, Ronnie?
Yeah.
I want to watch it just based on Ronnie not wanting anybody to watch it.
And then he said, we were talking about...
Ronnie, ever seen Showgirls?
We were talking about Mark Lynn Baker yesterday, cousin Larry from Perfect Strangers. Did you know he's from St. Louis?
I did not.
St. Louis's own.
St. Louis's own
Mark Lynn Baker.
Mark Lynn Baker. And now St. Louis is up another notch in my book.
Okay.
Right.
Good to know.
Good to know, huh?
Thank you for that.
Cousin Larry is from St. Louis.
Let it be known.
And Ronnie, I don't know, man.
I don't know, man.
You need to watch it this weekend and get on a side here.
Standing tall on the wings of his dreams, Mark Lynn Baker.
Bone Tomahawk, I mean, is this...
I don't understand why... I mean, I get why there might be a scene that people are like, oh, that was tough, but it's a good movie. Like, it's not... I mean, it's undeniably a good film.
Does the person get split in half?
What?
Maybe.
Watch the movie, you good.
It's
From the
it's
top
cute.
down?
It's cuter than you expect.
Like a piece of wood? Like a lumberjack?
I don't know.
Oh, no. Well, guys, REO Speedwagon is from Champaign, Illinois. And I don't know if you heard, but over the weekend, many of the former members, not Kevin Cronin, got together and performed a big 20-song set in Champaign and just kind of honoring the legacy. Bruce Hall and Kevin Cronin are at odds, and that's why...
I saw the set list, which obviously all the hits, but without Kevin Cronin, who cares?
Well, I'll tell you who cares. It's Terry Luttrell, who was the original lead singer of REO for that first record. So following the report about Saturday in their hometown, doing all the hits, I guess while driving to St. Louis, Terry Luttrell, the band's original singer, fell asleep at the wheel, lost control of his car, according to the News Gazette. So it just happened. He says, I nodded off. I rolled the car over. I woke up. I was in a cocoon of airbags. Unfortunately, I totaled the car. I was able to get up and walk out. The airbag went off, cracked my sternum a little bit. I have a little back pain,
The
neck
Roll
pain.
with the Changes wagon?
Well, he didn't write the song, but yes, essentially.
Okay, what
yeah.
song? What's that guy's name?
His name is Terry Luttrell.
And is he from St. Louis?
He is from Champaign.
Does he live here?
I don't know. I don't know where he lives. He was coming this way.
I don't know. Listen, I don't know a lot about REO Speedwagon, I'll be honest with you. Okay, I know the hit songs.
Right.
And Terry, what song or songs would I know that he sang?
Look up 157 Riverside Avenue.
Okay.
This is a well-known REO Speedwagon
I think I know
song.
that song.
But this is the only one from that song, or from that first record.
What's the name of the song?
It's 157 Riverside Avenue.
Okay, I think I know this song.
This song, it's like it was the single off of that first record. But yeah, you're going to only know Kevin Cronin's era of art.
It's
like
a
Golden
bummer.
Country.
And you see, oh, great. The guys from REO Speedwagon, they're playing at Champaign without the guy who sang the hit songs.
Yeah, but if you're a big fan of the band, and a lot of people know them up there, I'm sure. So it's like a reunion.
Without the guy.
I know.
All right, this is 157 Riverside Avenue. When is he going to start singing?
I think I heard a Love That Chicken from Popeyes.
Love that chicken from Popeyes.
Zatarans. Feels like it'll be in a...
Back to the Future.
2 intros.
No, it feels like it'd be in a drug commercial.
Yeah. Jardians.
Do you have type 1 diabetes?
Yes. Yeah, great voice.
That guitar player has been standing back there for 75 seconds waiting to do wow, wow.
Okay, I don't know that song.
Okay, well, then you're screwed.
There's
Anyway, I hope Terry Luttrell's doing okay. I hate that he fell asleep at the wheel.
I hope he's doing well, too.
Luckily, he didn't kill anybody. That's wild. So he is
Yeah,
at the
it's scary.
Carl Foundation Hospital in Urbana, Illinois. So if you want to send him some flowers, that's where he is.
Where's Kevin Cronin?
Kevin Cronin is out on tour with Styx. In fact, he'll be here this summer, opening up for Styx.
Playing the REO Speedwagon
Playing REO
hits.
Speedwagon. Yeah. And he's great. He's still great.
And, yep,
And Terry's in the hospital.
Terry's in the hospital. Way to go.
R. Kelly, who is serving a 30-year prison sentence for convictions on charges including sex trafficking, has been hospitalized. Yesterday, we found out that he had an alleged drug overdose. His lawyers say that he overdosed on medications that the prison staff gave him. And so I guess he was in solitary confinement against his will on June 10th. 3 days later, filing alleged that he woke up feeling faint and dizzy, started to see black spots in his vision, tried to get up, fell to the ground, crawled to the door of the cell, and then lost consciousness.
Oh.
So now he's in the hospital.
I saw something saying that it was an assassination attempt.
That's what he says.
Oh, that's what he says. Oh.
Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
That's what he says. He was trying to assassinate me.
Yeah. A Levity survey analyzed nearly 200,000 songs, surveyed 1,000 Americans about their workout music. What do you think the top 5 acts are that people are listening to at the gym?
When they're working out?
Yep.
Metallica.
Metallica's number 2.
Yeah, you know who's the best besides 1 or 2 Rage songs is Run the Jewels. Run the Jewels is the best gym.
I agree with you, but it's not on the list.
I bet, but not a lot of people know about that guy.
Yeah. We're talking mainstream.
Mainstream.
Guys.
Is it pop?
They should.
Pop is on here twice. Hip hop metal, which Rafe got with Metallica, a little rock, and
I'm
then
going to say like Bruno Mars.
no,
Something with like high energy.
Is Dirty Heads big enough?
no.
It's a certain tempo. You're looking for like 100 BPM, 4 on the floor. Oof. Oof,
Yeah, and we're talking mainstream stuff.
Like Daft Punk.
Metal really shown out. So Deftones, Papa Roach, and Metallica were top playlists as far as the metal genre goes. Kendrick Lamar is the number one.
That's it. Okay.
Especially this year. Taylor Swift also made this list, Red Hot Chili Peppers, and Beyonce. But AC/DC is the rock act that appears most in workout playlists.
That makes sense.
Rest in peace to Food Network star Anne Burrell. She has died at the age of 55. They're saying the cause of death was cardiac arrest.
What happened?
Anne Burrell.
Anne Burrell, excuse me. Anne Burrell.
She, she was the Worst Cooks show.
Mm-hmm.
She was
all
the
over
host.
the Food Network.
She was all over.
The host, yes.
You knew her hair.
She didn't
had
win
that
Worst Cook.
Spiky,
No, but she would always
blonde
get
hair.
pissed off, and I liked her. She was, yeah, she was
Cardiac
good.
arrest at 55.
That's a shame.
Right.
God dang.
I know. Sucks. So the Food Network, they shared a tribute to her and her cause of death. Really, I mean, cardiac arrest, but I don't know what that really means. Was it just a heart attack, or maybe there was something else going on? So we'll find out more.
You think R. Kelly, when he was trying to say that he was assassinated, was singing it like Trapped in the Closet style?
Yeah.
And they gave me the pills, and they told me to swallow. It was far too much.
I saw somebody talking about, because Weinstein had a heart attack and had to go to, and both headlines were like, Weinstein and R. Kelly rushed to the hospital, and the guy was like, rushed?
Yeah, why rush?
Hey, stop at the yellow lights, man. Like,
Slowly roll.
I wouldn't even turn on the sirens. I was like, yeah, that's a good point.
After 14 years, the first Harold and Kumar movie is in the works. John Cho, Cal Penn, they're coming back. No
what
word.
about NPH?
NPH, no word on him yet, but
He'll be in it.
Has
You better be. That's what launched him. That was the vehicle that said,
Relaunched him.
oh, look at NPH.
Oh, I loved him in it.
Relaunched him.
So this will be the fourth Harold and Kumar movie. The last one was in 2011, which was their very Harold and Kumar 3D Christmas. And the creative team behind it are the same creators as Cobra Kai.
That dude's like a stage star, a TV star, all these things, and he owes it to Harold and Kumar. Mm-hmm. He owes it all.
Well, and a Gone
he was
Girl.
winning.
Well,
he was winning.
He was
Tonys.
Tony. He was on the Broadway.
Oh, he was? He was doing
yeah,
that
he was
before?
doing Broadway.
He's crushing Broadway.
Yeah, who knows about that, though?
No, you're right. No, he was a little bit in New York, and he, was doing a lot of Broadway stuff. He's
Javier-
also a very accomplished magician.
Really?
Like with cards?
Yeah.
Or
He's like really
things
into
are vanishing and reappearing?
like into.
He just does it all,
He goes
doesn't
to
he?
all those like conventions and
Magic Castle.
And that's my point.
How's his balloon art?
He's a talent everywhere.
He's a tour de force. He's a song and dance man.
But the reason we're talking about him is because of Harold
Yes.
and Kumar go to White Castle.
Mm-hmm.
Guys, Javier Bardem and his wife Penelope Cruz, they don't drive. And this is interesting because they're
He's
making
married
films
to
about
Penelope
cars.
Cruz?
Yes.
How did this happen?
they've been
Long
a
time
while,
ago.
long time ago.
Super cute couple.
No way.
Oh, yeah.
I never knew that.
Yeah, they live in Spain.
Oh, Javier Bardem and Penelope Cruz.
He says it's funny having in mind that neither of us drive. Penelope was promoting her film Ferrari back in 2023, and she spoke about being afraid of driving. She says, my sister was run over by a car in front of me when I was 8 or 9. I remember she was wearing a red coat, and for me, time stopped. It was just great trauma that I saw her losing consciousness. I was numb in the hospital telling people, oh, yeah, my sister just got run over by a car. And so that's why she doesn't drive. She's just afraid of cars.
But she still gets
In a car.
That's a strange connection to me.
Well, it's also
I can
these
see
people could afford not to drive
Yeah.
themselves.
Not to drive.
It's nice to have that option
It
if,
is.
if it's there to have somebody drive you around.
She was Cruz, right?
Right. She
Cruise
did
with an
date
SE
Tom
for a
Cruise.
while?
We can.
Were they married or just dated?
They dated.
Oh, I thought they were married.
It was during the Vanilla Sky. She was one of his setup girlfriends. Open your eyes.
Open your eyes.
Open your ojos.
Well, do you guys know it? So, and Javier Bardem don't drive.
Yeah, he doesn't drive.
Do you know
kidding.
anybody that does not drive?
Yeah, I
My
got
neighbor.
a few friends.
Your neighbor doesn't drive?
She doesn't drive, no.
Is it because of a lack of a car or just does not
She
drive?
had a car, and then she had started having spells but she didn't really drive much before that. Like, she drove on extreme emergencies only. She just did not like driving. She got older, and I think she just got kind of, you get older, and some folks like get a little skittish about driving when they get older.
And some people should.
And
get a
I know
little
some young
skittish about
folks that don't
driving when you
drive.
get older.
Tim's grandma just had to turn in her keys. Like the family confronted her because she's in her mid-90s and
Wow.
Hand in your badge,
They
Lois.
did
it
They
was
did an
time.
intervention?
They did an intervention and she finally hung it
Yeah,
up.
that's tough.
And it is tough.
That's tough. But do you know anybody like maybe in their 30s or 40s that does not drive?
No, I used to in my 20s, but now, no, I think everybody I know
A
drives.
lot of there's New Yorkers, man.
Yep.
I got a lot of friends in New York that just grew up there, never have driven, and don't drive.
Yeah, but that makes sense. What about like some Midwestern fellows that are like, I don't drive. Like,
Right.
I mean, I won't
Yeah.
drive.
I have
I have
one
plenty-
buddy from high school who's never gotten
Will
his
not
license.
drive.
Todd Barry doesn't drive. When I go on tour with Todd, he's like, grew up in Florida, moved to New York, and he's just like, because even on the interstates, he's like,
Yeah.
I don't drive. He won't drive around town. If he wants to go somewhere, he calls me in the hotel room, and I've been like, you want to take my car? And he's like, no, I don't drive.
My best
Wow.
friend would
That's-
not want to drive. Like anytime we go anywhere together, she's like, "You're driving, right?"
Wow. If I had enablers like you people, and I could just be like,
When you're-
sorry,
Someone's
I
paying
don't drive.
you. Yeah.
We have a friend
You
that does
need to
not drive
drive
on the
me.
highways
Really?
at all. Like if it takes a highway to get somewhere, she won't go.
My mom
Interesting.
doesn't love it, dude. That's part of the reason my mom won't come up here. She won't admit it, but it's like she does not like driving on interstates. And she's afraid she's going to get in the city, get lost, and, fall down. Like she's seen she saw the movie Vacation. She thinks she's going to end up in a bad part of town and get murdered. She won't admit it. She'll
Jackie.
be like, no, I'll drive up there. And I'm like, you hate it and you know it. I would like to say, can we all agree that Penelope Cruz and Javier Bardem, sexiest bedroom talk on the planet?
Oh, yeah.
Hell
Like,
yeah.
I don't even want to watch them.
It's so-
I just want to listen.
Low tones.
Javier Bardem is a
Excellent.
metalhead too, and I find that incredibly
Oh, I
hot.
saw him jazzercising to Judas Priest the
Yes.
other day.
Does
Me too.
You saw that?
Oh yeah.
He's all.
I'm getting fed nothing but the best in my algorithm this week.
He's on. I watched that Conan travel show. He's on the Spain episode. It's
Yeah.
funny.
Is Pink?
I like him.
It's Spain.
Guys, we finally know the name of Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly's child.
Yeah, and I
Brad.
saw it, and it is.
Can I have a little drum roll for this? I feel like we need
It, no,
a
it
little
is
pomp
not.
and circumstance.
It is not.
It's Tom Eric.
It is
Ladies.
not Brad. It is dumb.
Ladies
and
and
it's
gentlemen,
Is this stupid?
It's stupid and it's dumb.
we now know that Megan Fox and Machine Gun Kelly have chose this name for their baby girl, who was born on March 27th of this year. My fellow Aries. Saga Blade Fox Baker.
Well, I'm not going to say anything bad about Blade because we know a Blade.
You do.
Saga Blade.
And that's a cool name,
neighbor
you ask
Blade.
me.
Saga.
Saga Genesis.
Your thoughts?
What? I just told you my thoughts.
Okay.
Yo, a gal, though? It's a gal?
It's a little girl, yeah. Saga.
A gal named Blade?
Saga Genesis.
I mean, I don't want her dating my son or nothing, but that's
Saga Genesis.
That's a pretty cool name.
Saga Genesis.
You heard me right.
Hey, I hate
I would
drama.
love it if it was Saga Genesis Fox.
Say what?
I hate drama, but I love Saga. That's going to happen one day.
I'm a storyteller.
Blade. Oh, that's kind of cool.
Well, all the rage with the AMC movie theater buckets, for popcorn. And this next one is for the Fantastic Four First Steps Extreme New Collectible, a popcorn bucket that's shaped like Herbie, the film's lovable robot sidekick.
It seems like all these buckets are people going to have sex with them, right? Is that why they're so...
I guess.
Started with the Dune bucket.
Right.
The what?
The Dune bucket.
And then we had the Mission Impossible, the one that you had to unlock.
And then there was
This is
the
the Fantastic Four
Deadpool one.
Right.
That looked like his mouth.
Right.
That was supposed to, yeah.
That was supposed
They
to.
leaned in. This is a concession vessel. Compartments for popcorn, candy, even your drink, and the monstrosity will be released to the world when the Fantastic Four movie hits
didn't
theaters
see
on
the Dune
July
bucket?
24th.
Oh, my
The
gosh.
Dune popcorn bucket.
When you look up, I saw
I love that we still have the hummingbird feeder cam
yeah,
in
we-
the studio going
Dune
strong.
bucket just looked like a sandworm. It just looked like, it looked like a pocket pea.
It
all
does.
good.
Yeah.
Oh, my goodness. No, I never saw
I saw
that.
another thing for Fantastic Four, and maybe it's not real, but there was like a Galactus head popcorn bucket that was like $80.
What?
Will you look it up, see if it's real?
Say what?
Galactus popcorn bucket.
Galactus.
G-A-L.
Galactus.
Galactus.
So
That
far,
sounds like
you-
something that
It's
happens.
common spelling.
Galactus popcorn bucket.
Yeah,
Yeah, we're all filled.
yeah, $80.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this thing. So
That
they're
one's
gonna have
under
the ro-
35
They're gonna have the
oh,
robot
$80.
one, and then this one. It looks like
$135 used.
wild.
Well, that's pretty neat. Do the eyes light up? Dang.
It's a
That doesn't hold
collectible.
much. That doesn't hold much popcorn.
Yeah, that's like a glass of water.
Is this just a way just for theaters to make money, or is this like the
Yes.
movies themselves doing it?
Oh, wait.
A little bit of both.
17 and a half inches tall, 20 inches wide on the handles, I guess, but
The handles.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem to hold much popcorn, does it?
it does come with light up eyes.
Is it free refills? It's
Better
got to be.
Has to be.
It's got to be.
I would hope so. You're paying that much?
That's
I love getting the big popcorn and getting a free refill. I'll get I'll refill. I will eat most of it during the preview and then go for refill.
You're kidding.
Before the
I don't
movie
think I've ever
starts?
gotten a refill.
Oh,
Yes,
every
same.
time, man. I'm trying to beat the house.
Oh, I think I get about 3/4 down. I go, oh my gosh, I think I've eaten too much
No,
popcorn.
I love popcorn. I'll starve
Yeah,
myself
right.
knowing I'm going to the movies.
Just to fill up on popcorn?
Yeah, I love it.
Dang.
Are you a butter guy?
I am.
Do you tell them to butter it halfway up and then butter it again?
The good theaters do that. All righty. You know,
Sometimes you gotta ask. Do you dust? You know, you got the dust
No, I don't
station?
do dust.
No dust?
No.
You
I just like sweet popcorn. I don't like the normal movie popcorn.
No, I
it makes
love
me
it.
gag.
I love it.
What's up with that? And finally, speaking of Sega, they are discontinuing support for 9 classic games it started selling for iOS and Android platforms several years ago. But before that happens, the video game company is letting all of us know that we can download them for free now. So if you want Sonic Classic, Sonic the Hedgehog, Super Monkey Ball, all these titles, you can get them on your mobile devices in your app store for free before they discontinue them. And I just wanted to make sure the nerds were aware.
Okay.
And
No,
that
thank
is
you.
your
Good.
crap
Thank
on
you.
celebrities.
Oh, celebrity celebrating a birthday today. Again, happy birthday, Mama Moon, yesterday. But today, Willa Holland, that's Oliver Queen's sister, Thea on Arrow, is 34. Jacob Anderson, Grey Worm on Game of Thrones. We were talking about him yesterday. He's now in AMC's Interview with the Vampire. He's 35. Richard Madden, that's Robb Stark on Game of Thrones. Also on Citadel now. He's 39. Emma Hemming Willis, that's Mrs. Bruce Willis, is 47. Blake Shelton is 49. Ray LaMontagne is 52. Nathan Morris from
Who?
Boys to Men is 54. Kim Dickens, that's Maddie Clark on Fear the Walking Dead, is 60. Dizzy Reed from
Guns N' Roses.
Guns N' Roses keyboard player is 62. Jude Cole is 65. Isabella Rossellini is 73. Carol Kane, that's Lillian on The Unbreakable Kimmy Schmidt. Also Latka's wife Simca from Taxi back in the day.
Oh, yeah.
This is Miracle Max's wife in Princess Bride.
And the first ghost in Scrooged.
Yeah.
Carol Kane is 73 years old, and Sir Paul McCartney is 83 years old
I believe
today.
Nate Morris is also he's the talking guy in Boys to Men. He's the deep voice.
Oh,
he's the
he's
guy.
deep
Every
voice
group
guy?
had the guy that just talked over the girl. I want to lay you down.
Oh, that's him?
But yeah, he's not. I don't think he ever sang. He just
He's-
talked over some of the
He's
parts.
the bass and baritone?
Yeah.
All right, today's porno birthday, which is being brought to you by Patricia's, where fun and fantasy meet, is Erin Avery. So let's go over some of Erin Avery's fine films, including All Alone 4, Bombs Away, Boobs and Brews, Bound by Tape, Finger Licking Good 6, Lena's Tickling Vendetta, The Sex Thief, Ticklephobia, Uptown Kittens, and who could forget a role in 2007's Wiggling Victims of Tickle Treachery. Erin Avery is 41 years old. That's porno birthday. Those are your crappy birthdays, and that was your crap on celebrities. All right, real quick. We're all cinephiles here. Mm-hmm. So, has a plot hole in an otherwise great movie ruined it for you?
Yes. Straight up.
Oh,
I'm
yeah,
trying
I'm
to
sure.
think.
Like
I mean,
if you really enjoyed the film all the way through and it still has like the big goof, but otherwise it's great. Is that what you're asking?
Yeah,
Yeah.
like you're like,
A
this is
singular plot hole,
This is a
or-
great movie, but man, it's got this big plot hole.
My wife has a rule that if I find one of those and it ruins it for me, I'm not allowed to say it. Because then she's like, why would you ruin
It's gonna
it for me?
it's gonna ruin it for me.
You're so selfish.
I have a list of a bunch of frustrating plot holes in otherwise great movies. So I will give you the name of the movie,
And we got to come up
and
with
you got
that
to
whole-
tell me what the big plot
I
hole
love
is.
it.
I love this because this is my pet. If a movie, what's it, Ex Deus Machina?
Deus Ex Machina?
Yeah, the old, like, if something just like an act of God is the final resolve and nothing led to that moment, I'm always like, what the hell? Makes me so mad.
So even the best movies slip up.
Sure.
Sometimes. So I got some of the most head-scratching plot holes in movie history. So like moments that have left fans puzzled, even when the rest of the movie was amazing. I will tell you some of the movies, and think about this during the break. Shawshank Redemption, Karate Kid, Back to the Future.
Well, that one's obvious.
Is it obvious? Maybe not to some people.
I think so.
All right, well, we'll chop this up next, and we will also do some emails.
I was looking up the best spoken parts from Nathan Morris and Boys to Men. And did you know he says this much in
Yeah,
End of the
he
Road?
did a lot of talking. He did a lot of talking over them.
Girl,
Here-
I'm here for
I'm
you.
here for you.
All those times of night when you just hurt me. I just ran out with that other fella. Baby, I knew about it. I just didn't care.
Yeah, right.
You just don't understand how much I love you, do you? I'm here for you. All those guys are behind him going,
Yeah.
go back to the days of love. Come on, Nate. We're running out of stuff.
wrap it
He's
up,
only
Nate.
halfway done.
Wrap it up, Nate.
I'm not out to go out and cheat on you all night, just like you did, baby, but that's all right. I love you anyway.
All right, we'll do this frustrating plot holes thing next, and then some of your emails. Well, I got to share this story I read this morning. So imagine thinking you're single, only to find out you're actually married.
Oh, no.
Did you see this?
The divorce wasn't legal or something?
No. Worse. Worse.
Someone forged your signature on a marriage certificate.
Yes.
What, you being serious?
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Wild.
Well, then you're not married because that's fraud.
So this is what happened to a guy in Texas, okay? 42-year-old guy had been dating a woman named Kristen Spearman. They're from Waco. And they were planning on getting married. They even got their marriage license. But before the wedding could happen, they had a big argument and they split up. So fast forward, and one day he finds a Bath & Body Works gift bag left at his house by his ex. Inside, not some candles, not any lotion, but photos of Kristen holding a marriage license and a copy of a marriage certificate filed with the county. So she had gone ahead and filed the paperwork, making them legally married, all without him knowing.
Wow.
Nice.
And turns out she convinced a local reverend to officiate the marriage license again without the guy even being there or knowing about it.
New fears unlocked for men worldwide.
And now she going to jail.
Yeah.
Yeah, she was arrested on a felony stalking charge. She's now facing big legal trouble after the stunt. There's a whole bunch of stuff that's wrong with this.
She's already scheduled a fake conjugal visit. This lady's out of control.
Out of control. But I saw the headline, man finds out he's married after ex files marriage certificate following their breakup. I go, man, can you imagine?
I'll find you.
I'll find you and I'll marry you. Okay, so we talked about this before the break. We're all cinephiles here. We love movies. Head-scratching plot holes, moments that left people like, it's a great movie, but man, it's this one part has got me. Like the plot hole, I can't ignore it. So I'll name the movie, and you tell me the plot hole. We'll start, and don't yell it out. The Karate Kid.
I think I know.
Moon, what do you think the big plot hole in the Karate Kid is?
The only plot hole in the Karate Kid is that the crane kick was illegal. You can't win a tournament with an illegal kick, and everyone knows that.
That is correct.
Wow.
Yes.
So in the final showdown, Daniel LaRusso wins the karate tournament with a flying kick to Johnny's head.
Which just proves the fact that Danny was the bad guy all along, and cheaters do win.
But if you pay attention to the tournament rules announced earlier, blows to the head are illegal and should result in disqualification. Somehow, Daniel crowned the champion anyway.
Yeah.
And this inconsistency has bugged fans for decades. They addressed it in Cobra Kai.
Yes. And guess which kick is legal? Leg sweeps.
Sweep the leg.
Completely legal move.
You a fan of Shawshank Redemption?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, what's the big plot hole on that?
Oof. This was the only one I was struggling with. I'm not sure. I mean, the fact that they never shake his cell down for like 40 years.
I never heard of this.
Well, they did.
I'm saying like they never were like, hey, let's rip this poster off the wall.
It has to do with the poster.
Yeah.
It's because the poster was up after he crawled through.
Right.
Right.
That's it.
And I always just assumed that like he had tackies on the top, and he would lift it and then go in, and then it would kind of drape down.
Andy escapes from Shawshank by tunneling through his cell wall, covering the hole with a poster of Rita Hayworth. But the problem is, after Andy crawls through the tunnel and leaves, how did he manage to reattach the bottom of the poster to perfectly hide the hole from the inside?
Did it show that it was attached on the bottom?
Was
or
it
are they
like
just assuming the tautness when he throws the chess piece through it?
It's a cool reveal, but the logistics just don't add up.
Well, did he put like a weight maybe at the bottom of that? And
They never explain.
that would be my guess.
A small pebble?
Yeah, or like a little
I can see
stick or something, so it weighs it back down. And
All right, Toy Story. You've seen Toy Story, right, Lern?
Long time ago, yeah.
What do you think the plot hole in the first Toy Story movie is?
Batteries.
No, Scott, do you
talking toys.
Anybody know the Toy Story plot hole?
Toy Story 1?
Toy Story 1.
It's been so long since I've seen it, and I never had. I don't remember finding one.
So a huge part of the first Toy Story movie is that Buzz Lightyear refuses to believe he's a toy.
Yes.
He's convinced he's a real space ranger on a mission, right? But whenever a human enters the room, Buzz freezes and plays dead just like all the other toys.
Yes.
So if he doesn't know he's a toy, why would he instinctively do this? It's a contradiction that's never explained.
Interesting.
Armageddon.
Maybe it's Armageddon is easy.
Armageddon,
Come on, This is
okay.
the argument. Even while
There's
you're watching
none,
it, you go, okay, so we need people to go up here and drill into an asteroid.
I got it. Why the hell is Liv Tyler living at the oil rig? Why?
She's way too pretty for that.
She's way too pretty for that, and also, like, who wants to be there?
All right, that's maybe a Lern plot hole.
Okay.
No, it's that instead of teaching the brilliant people that have passed every test to become NASA space traveling engineers, instead of teaching them how to drill an oil rig, we teach oil riggers how to be
The
astronauts.
Yes, that is the big
Don't
plot
be
hole,
absurd.
yes.
But don't they even say, don't they address it in the movie?
No, Ben Affleck
They do.
addresses it in the DVD commentary.
Bruce Willis's character addresses it in the movie because the question gets asked by Billy Bob, where he's like, "You want me to train them? These guys have been drilling for years. There's no way they'll be able to do what we do."
No, the whole thing is Ben Affleck, who stars in the movie, calls out the logic in the DVD commentary,
He does.
asking why it wouldn't be easier to teach astronauts to drill. And the director just tells him, just stop asking questions.
Yeah, just shut up.
I think there is an exchange, though, where Bruce Willis talks about how difficult it is to drill that deep.
All right, give me Back to the Future. What's the big plot hole in Back to the Future?
That's the grandfather paradox.
Which is what?
Grandfather paradox is if you travel back in time and adjust anything, and they address it, but like, I mean, that's kind of the plot. The plot hole is kind of the plot.
That's not the one I'm looking for.
Oh, okay. Well, the grandfather paradox is if you go back and you affect anything in your grandfather's life, then you change the trajectory where you don't exist, and therefore you can't go back. So it creates a paradox because you can't
Not
go
what I'm
back
looking
to
for.
affect your grandfather, which affects you if you're going back.
Show me playing Johnny Be Good, because if Michael J. Fox invents Johnny Be Good, so Chuck Berry goes on to play it, and that's where he gets the inspiration, doesn't that throw everything off?
Not what I'm looking
Same
for.
kind.
Oh, Chuck had no cousins.
Not what I'm looking for.
My guess is that his mom doesn't remember him when he comes back.
Right, that's it. Wouldn't they recognize Calvin Klein?
Calvin Klein, yeah.
Another one is
The guy who helped get them back together in high school.
And
Another
then
one.
wouldn't she be like, "Whoa, I almost banged my kid."
That's a long time. You're not going to recognize him.
And what's
He looks exactly the
West
same.
Virginia?
The movie just expects
Yeah, but
us
it's
to
50
believe
years
they
later.
never noticed a resemblance.
Right.
Well, and the other thing is the guy who tried to sexually abuse your wife. You have babysitting your kids?
Right, and washing your car?
Right.
He's hanging out?
Remember at the end? Like, I mean, what a very forgiving guy to turn him into your right-hand man.
Biff.
Anybody know the one? Anybody see the movie Old?
Yeah.
Yeah.
M. Night Shyamalan movie?
Yeah, about the beach?
Yeah. Anybody saw? There's a big plot hole in that one.
What is it?
So the villain is monitoring effects from afar, but as soon as the last two survivors disappear under the water for a couple minutes, he assumes they've all drowned and leaves. And after watching people closely for hours, it's odd that he suddenly just gave up without wanting to be sure.
Well,
That movie's
maybe he's
like a
tired.
one.
Maybe that was a weak one.
Yeah.
What
That
about
was
the
weak.
Star Wars: The Force Awakens?
Star Wars, The Force.
Is that which one is that?
One, yeah.
That's the number 7.
Is that the first of the new ones?
It's after Han Solo dies.
Okay.
Leia returns and gives Rey, a person she barely knows, a
Yeah.
big emotional hug while totally ignoring Chewbacca,
Oh.
her longtime friend and Han's closest companion.
How dare you, Leia?
Well, when he's mourning, he's kind of annoying to be around. I get
Fans noticed immediately, and it just seems out of character and odd for Leia not to comfort Chewie.
Right.
Maybe she knew that Wookiees don't handle that well.
Maybe
Also-
he smelled like dog. You don't know.
Yep.
He was
He
wet.
might have been wet.
He got wet.
Wet dog.
Also, did he not get? He didn't get a medal in.
He didn't, did he?
No, he did not get a medal in A New Hope.
You know, I'm friends with Chewbacca, the real one. He comes to Punk Rock Disney all the time. So I'm going to ask him next time how he felt about Leia's snub.
I'm getting a little bit better.
A Quiet Place.
Yeah.
that was my
You know, Chewbacca.
What about A Quiet Place? There's a
I'll see you August 8th at Chesterfield Amphitheater. CanYouFeelItPunkTonight.com.
Oh,
Go on.
Yeah, you can't make any noise or else the aliens will come and get you.
Oh, no.
And she's like giving birth to kids and stuff.
No, that's not what I'm
No,
looking for.
I remember this one because who did I watch this with? Was this you, Scott? Did I watch this with you?
Maybe
Whoever I watched it with said, oh, they got a waterfall right there and they didn't live next to the waterfall?
I didn't live in that.
That's
That's it.
ridiculous.
So the family in A Quiet Place can only survive by staying silent since the monsters hunt by sound. At one point, they visit a nearby waterfall where the noise lets them speak freely without being heard. So why don't they just live close to the waterfall?
Yeah.
Somebody goes, this guy
Exactly.
picked the
Good point.
quietest part in the state to try to have to be silent.
Also, no one farted.
Right.
True.
In their
on.
sleep, come on.
No one snoring. Come on.
True.
We're very healthy.
Citizen Kane. One final one.
I've never seen it. Everybody says it's the best movie ever made.
It's not.
It's okay. It's
Maybe you guys just don't get it.
Rosebud.
well, the entire plot
So
is set in motion
stupid.
by Charles Foster Kane's dying word rosebud. Reporters try to figure out what it means, but here's the catch.
That was my
Kane is completely alone when he dies. There's no one there to hear him say it.
Oh.
So how does anybody know what his final word was?
the Ring doorbell.
Not invented.
Picked it up. Rosebud. That was my childhood blanket's name.
Wow.
Why?
Because you're a fan
It's
of the
a
movie.
dumb movie.
Because it had rosebuds on it,
Okay.
Oh.
and I was raised by very clever people.
And wasn't it his sled?
Yeah. Toboggan.
Right.
Oh, don't
I watched
ruin
that
it.
movie.
I'm
I
gonna
got
see it
hammered
someday.
drunk at Art Hill for like their movie series back in like 2013.
Yeah.
And Tim and I rode our bikes over there and we're like, oh, have a little wine picnic and whatnot. And I just hated that movie so much and I got so hammered. I had to walk my bike back home.
Nice.
I mean, that was the whole theme of the movie was that, like, this guy was like a magnate, you know, and it was like material wealth and power
right.
didn't fulfill him. He, at the end of his life,
It was the toboggan.
he wanted to just like go sledding down a hill, childhood joy, like the simple joys of childhood.
That's what
So, I
everybody's
mean, it
all
made
up in their
sense.
pants about.
Nah.
That's what Citizen Kane's about.
Don't ruin it.
Yeah, nah.
It's based on a real guy.
Nah. All right, let's do some emails.
Enjoy John Wick.
I love John Wick. And what's that movie where the guy doesn't talk? And he just kills the Nazis.
That's got a sequel. Did you know that? Sisu.
Sisu, yeah. Love that.
There's a new one coming out.
Oh, isn't that
When?
based on a true story? Like a Swedish sniper or something?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Did you see it?
No, I don't think. Well, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, dude, so good.
didn't leave an impression.
Remember they stole his gold.
2025, brother.
It is
2025.
2025.
I know it's coming out this year.
And it's
What do you mean? You've seen a movie that hasn't come out yet?
October 22nd, 2025.
Sisu Run.
Sisu,
Oh, that's the.
the sequel.
Okay.
Sisu 2, Electric Boogaloo.
Well, yeah, he saves the rec center.
Sisu again.
See Joe jump. Sisu.
Sisu later.
All right, let's get to some emails. RizzShow 1057thepoint.com. We'll do the contest tomorrow, by the way. I want to give it enough time.
We're talking about entertainment, so we'll stay with entertainment reviews. Hey there.
Hi.
Team Rizz Amanda here. For as much as Rizz says he loves Goodfellas, I'm so surprised that he never picked up on the fact that there's a super annoying TikTok "Oh No" song. You know that "Oh no" is from a scene in Goodfellas. They even made a TikTok about it. Rainbow, the more you know. Love y'all, Amanda. Sent from my condo in Boca. So that Oh no!
I know it's part of it's a song. It's part of a real song.
But that's in Goodfellas.
I'm sure it's a hell of a soundtrack with all those old songs. I don't know. I don't like it on the TikToks. What?
Fine.
I find it annoying. Next, just like your email.
Oh no!
Oh my!
Get out of here.
Have you ever watched Breakfast
I'm in a bad
Club?
mood.
Oh, no, what happened over there?
Have you ever watched Breakfast Club? It's on the tube right now. I want to know, who do you identify with?
Oh, I'm Bender for sure.
Who's Bender?
Judd
Apatow?
No,
Judge Nelson.
Judd Nelson.
Yeah.
Judd Nelson.
Judge Reinhold.
Judge Reinhold, Judd Nelson, excuse me. Yeah.
Jim Varney. Man, I don't know.
I'm the teacher.
You're
Winona
Claire,
Judd.
dude. You're freaking Molly Ringwald with your sushi
You are,
and
dude.
your
You're the
diamond ass
principal.
earrings, you queen.
Dude, you
I'm
know
the
who
principal.
I am? I'm a mix.
That's another one.
I'm a mix between the nerdy dude, you know, the
Michael C. Hall.
Yeah, Michael C. Hall, and the goth chick.
Ali Sheedy.
Anthony Michael Hall.
All right, I'm having a stroke, okay? I can't get my 80s
Arsenio
names all
Hall
together.
and Winona Judd are in this movie.
Michael C. Hall is in Dexter.
Yeah, Michael C. Hall is Dexter. This
Excuse
is Anthony
me.
Michael Hall.
Early.
I'm right between the nerd gal and the nerd guy.
Scott, we know, is Molly Ringwald.
Yep, 100%.
Redhead.
It's a redhead thing. We get it. It's
You
fine.
wouldn't understand.
Hey, who are you?
I'm probably a Bender. I lean Bender, but there's probably in high school maybe a little Emilio
Do you own?
because I feel like I played sports and was expected to be that guy, but didn't really like.
And you wanted a
Do you
trench
have
coat.
fingerless gloves?
And I wanted a trench coat real bad, and I did own many ninjutsu weapons that I kept in my house. And
Fingerless gloves?
Yeah,
yeah, I said that already. Yeah,
I have those.
of course.
I love his style. If I were a dude, that's what I'd look like.
With a trench coat?
Yes.
You ever
Cool.
see what he looks like now?
I have. They did a reunion earlier this year, I thought, for the
And he was
anniversary.
there?
And he was there.
Oh, I thought he usually doesn't go to these things.
No, he was there. They got
Wow.
everybody together, and they looked all good. You know, it was nice to see
Because
everybody.
he didn't do that. Remember, who was it? Did the Brat Pack documentary? Was it
What is his name? It was Rob Lowe.
Rob Lowe was in it?
I thought he produced it.
No, it was the other guy.
Sammy Davis Jr.
Okay, let's not throw names out because it's going to confuse us more.
Yeah, who did do that?
It was
He was in the Rat Pack.
Ali Sheedy was in it. Rob Lowe was in it.
Emilio.
Believe
Judd.
his name.
His name is.
Michael.
He was in Weekend at Bernie's.
I know.
Yeah,
Starts with an A.
very
Oh,
bland
yeah, that
face.
guy.
Bland face.
Adam.
Andrew.
Andrew.
McCarthy.
McCarthy.
Of
Yes.
course. Bland face.
And Judd Nelson wouldn't do it
Yeah.
because he's a jerk.
Oh, is that
Well,
a
and that's
fact?
why I'm him.
By the way, my buddy Tim texted over and said that oh no thing is Aerosmith's Remember, Walking in the Sand.
Has your other buddy Tim texted in to say he's not dumping in our backyard yet? Just wanting to
Oh,
know.
no. He
Throwback
hasn't.
from
No,
earlier.
Walking in the Sand is a cover that Aerosmith did.
What do you want from me, man?
I'm just telling you.
Might as well be walking in the sand. That's a good song.
No.
That's a good song, dude.
All that glitters, oh no.
By the way, if you've not gotten your August 23rd Draw the Line Aerosmith cover band
Shangri-Las.
tickets,
What's wrong with you?
what's wrong with you? Come dance.
Yeah, but which oh no is it? Maybe it's from the Aerosmith version that we're hearing the oh no, Bart, oh no.
Can we hear how it goes so we can figure it out?
Yeah.
Remember, I love you.
It's a guy from Boys to Men.
Too.
Yeah, happy birthday.
I wish you didn't have to go now. Write to me.
This is Shangri-Las. This is from Goodfellas.
And Aerosmith did this?
Yes. And they do a cool cover of it, too. You know the song?
Oh man, I do now from all the other.
TikToks.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Well, we're getting there.
I can't do this anymore.
I thought we were there. We're not there.
Next one.
Is it the next one? Here it comes. Here we go.
If she does another verse, I'm done.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, 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 no. Walking in the sand.
Oh, that
Well, there it
changed
is.
directions.
Whoa, that went neato.
The Aerosmith version is great. You know
It
that
is great.
song.
Absolutely.
Hopefully, it's
okay.
got a bit more BPMs to it.
It's a little
This was
bit
the
more
60s.
goth-like.
Next.
Food news. Hey, RizzShow. I was listening to the mystery guest episode from the other day. You had a story about a roommate stealing food from another roommate and what you would do. Let me tell you what I did. Back in university, I lived with 5 other guys in a house. We had a roommate, Randy. He was notorious for stealing everybody's snacks. So one time, I got really upset that he stole some snacks that I had bought and I decided to get some Swamp Justice. Just as I went to the store, I bought a fresh pack of soft batch cookies. Took a few out, and I laced every other cookie with Drop Dave's Insanity Sauce back in the back. A drop of Dave's Insanity Sauce. Sorry, this is written very strangely. Then I closed it up and I left him on the counter. The next morning I wake up and Randy is screaming expletives. I got Swamp Justice quickly and swiftly at 6 a.m. Just like Ice Cube, the day was a good day.
He could press charges if he wanted to.
What do you guys think of my tactic?
I love it.
You can't
But
press
no,
charges.
you're not allowed to sabotage somebody's food.
It's his food.
But that's the thing. If you can't booby trap anything.
Yeah,
But it's not a booby trap if it's food. He just made hot cookies.
No, it is a booby trap. We talked about this because there was like a lawsuit or something.
Yeah, but he didn't do anything. He put a food item on another food
Listen,
item.
I know
he
that.
didn't put Dookie in there.
Yeah, but I think
That's a great point.
I saw a video of somebody, like a man on the street, saying, hey, here's a free sample of something, and not telling anybody that it's like extremely spicy.
That's fine, but in your own home, in
His
your
own
own
food.
cupboard, this is perfectly executed Swamp Justice. This man did it right.
I know. I said I appreciate it.
He's like, all right, you're not going to own up to it. You're not eating my stuff.
Booby
Okay.
trap food.
I mean, how else are we supposed
My
to
food.
deter these people from
You're not
stealing
putting
our cookies?
you're not putting X-Lax or
Listen, I understand that it's absurd. It's the same
Medication.
thing where if somebody breaks into my house and I hurt them,
Yeah,
they
man.
sue me somehow.
Like if you get in the fridge and you're drinking milk and you find out it's breast milk and you're grossed out, well, that's on you. You drank someone else's
You're
milk.
causing pain, though.
Well, that's spicy food. And he doesn't know this guy doesn't like spice.
ChatGPT says,
Well, they're wrong.
while it might be tempting as a prank or deterrent, booby trapping your food is risky and not recommended.
Yeah, of course.
I didn't answer the question.
Ethical concerns, legal risks,
Yeah, nobody cares about ethics.
escalation. This could escalate conflicts rather than solve them.
With Swamp Justice, no one is balancing ethics.
We're throwing
Just
ethics.
worried
It's
about-
actually
ethics
perfect
right up-
ethics.
Just worried about legalities.
Seneca would be proud of these ethics.
I'm okay with it.
Yeah, I am too.
I'm okay with this. This isn't. You didn't do anything dastardly. You didn't like put pee in it, or
Keep your hands off my food.
you just put hot sauce on it. You just you changed the expectation from sweet to
Oh, no.
holy moly.
Oh, no.
And you exposed the food thief.
The theft, yeah.
Yeah.
And he got his comeuppance. Everybody walked away, learned a lesson.
I bet you the food lawyer would take this on, though.
Food lawyer would probably see no fault in this. Food lawyer's like, I got no case, man.
Sorry, I can't represent you.
No, the food lawyer is representing the defendant.
Oh, he would rep the defendant for
He's
sure.
representing the defendant here. Next.
Good morning, Rizz Show. I asked the spear versus animal question recently, and I'm happy you guys enjoyed it. I also picked giraffe. For another
Okay,
hypothetical.
explain again if people did not hear that episode.
Well, so they presented a hypothetical, just like, how many people would it take to beat up a gorilla? They said, what was the largest animal you could take with a spear?
Right.
Yeah.
And
What were our answers?
I said a big man.
a big man, a football player.
I said I could take a horse down, probably,
I said a giraffe. If we're going for size, I think I got
I
it.
said a bison.
which was a dumb answer.
It's a great answer.
You're not taking a bison down.
You argued with me about the giraffe because
One
you think he
spear.
would whip me with his neck.
Yes.
You
if you
can't
hit the
reach
heart-
a giraffe's.
Of course I can. How do you think how tall do you think a
its
giraffe
organs
is?
are probably-
I'm not
They're
stabbing
so
it in its
tall.
eye.
He's going to whip his head down and launch you into the stratosphere, dude.
You
Dude,
think you
they're
can get
slow,
close enough
those
to a
things,
bison?
man.
You're out of your mind. Watch some videos of them. You ever seen when they fall? One falls down and they start whipping him on the ground with those horns. It's game over, dude.
18
it's like a
feet is how tall
trebuchet.
they
A
are.
giraffe?
It's like a trebuchet. You're getting You're
You're
gone,
going
dude.
underneath that thing, and
I'm taking swipes with the blade first to take it down. Maybe
You're acting
take
like
its
this
legs
giraffe's
out.
just going to let you walk underneath it.
I could dodge a
I didn't-
giraffe neck.
Okay.
Giraffes are so nice, they probably would, though. You ever seen the Toys R Us giraffe?
I'm going to be
He's
feasting on my
super nice.
giraffe
Leave
while that,
Jeffrey out of this.
while that
Wrong.
You're
bison.
right. You're right. Giraffes are slow. They can only go 37 miles per hour.
We're not running.
Ain't got nothing to do with that. It's fast in a straight line ain't nothing when you're agile as me.
Also, I thought we were throwing the spear.
No, I'm holding the spear.
Oh.
Too. When the bison charges, I'm locking. I'm putting it in the ground just like the movie The Edge. Kill the bear. Boom, it's going in, and I'm going to let his own weight crush it. And then I kill the bison. And I'll wave at you guys. You get launched into the atmosphere by a giraffe because you made a bad choice.
Because a bison would be, I think, man, that is. I think it'd be easier to kill than a giraffe.
Get out of
You're
here.
crazy
Because you
people.
can go straight, the heart, the lungs, you go up at the angle, you hit the heart.
What do you think
outta
I'm doing
here.
with the giraffe?
Getting hit
But you
with
think
its
how tall
horns.
those things are.
Getting hit.
No, I'm a
I
good
can-
angle
I
for
can-
underneath.
So you're with a giraffe?
Yeah.
Oh, see? We can sneak up on a giraffe. You ain't sneaking up on a bison?
You ain't sneaking up on a giraffe, dude. They
I
can, you know how
gotta bet
far
it-
away they can see? They're 20 feet tall, dude. They saw you 3 miles out.
I'm going to say, look, in the sky. And I'm going to distract it.
Yeah. You
Look,
guys
I've
are
got,
toast.
I've got the element of surprise. Anyways,
Anyway.
the email goes on and says, listen, I got another hypothetical. Let's assume you're flying in a plane and it goes down in the mountains. You are the only survivor. There is no food. There is no help within 1,000
Yes,
miles.
we agree we'll be eating King Scott first. Yes.
Assuming you have a way to make fire, are you eating somebody? Are you doing it?
From the show?
They are,
Yes, and it is King Scott.
They are all
Next.
dead, so obviously you don't have to kill anybody.
I
Just,
said 11A.
just cook and eat. If it matters, assume you have everything else that would be on the flight to season it with. Happy birthday, Rizz Cameron.
What's the question?
Who's the cleanest eater on the
Would
show?
you
Because that's
eat
the meat
someone?
that I
Scott.
want.
Would you
He's
eat
first.
somebody?
I'm sorry,
No,
buddy.
I sit in 11A. I'm fine.
They
Sorry
said
about that.
if you answered affirmatively, if you would eat somebody, what part of them do you think would be the tastiest? I would go with quadricep. It looks like the ribeye of people.
I would eat Scott's thighs.
Where's the quad?
The quad's right here on the front of the top front leg.
Oh, okay.
It does look
Just wanna
like
make sure
like
before
a
I
steak.
commit
I think
This guy got a little
you
too
kind of
more.
want to go for more meat, right?
Glute.
There you go for the butt, just
Well,
like in
butt
Alive.
fry up. Yeah.
Remember Alive, the rugby team, the Argentinian rugby
But
team?
is that for real?
Gen Z would definitely.
Like,
do
is that where they started with? I know they showed that in the movie, but the real ones, the soccer team that got stuck in the Andes.
I would presume. I mean, wouldn't you go there first?
Yeah, I mean,
a quad is like a
flubbery
drummy.
areas.
I'm glad that I would not be the one that you guys want to eat because I'm small, so it wouldn't be filling.
Yeah, you ain't got enough meat. Start with one of us.
And you know what, Scott? If we
We're
do eat
thicker.
you, I mean, and we will. And what I will then shave your head, and then I will macrame your hair into something. You know,
Thank
like
you.
a beautiful keepsake.
And you will live on.
And you'll live on as little pillows for all of us.
What was the
Okay.
actual question? Which one of us we would start with, or what area?
Well,
you're
the-
by-
I
the
have
orig-
an answer.
The original question is, would you eat someone?
Yeah, if you're the only survivor.
Not day one,
Well,
but
no.
yeah, maybe day two.
Yeah, like
in
what-
the movie and the real life, survivors first ate from the buttocks. The
Face down, ass up.
gluteal muscles
That's
are
the
the
way I like
largest
to sup.
muscles in the body, providing a significant source of calories and nutrition.
Yeah, it's like a donut.
Yeah, I'm going there.
The area was covered and protected from the elements, making the flesh more preserved in the cold conditions.
Yeah, but that's like toilet flesh, you know?
No.
You're not eating the butthole, you're eating the...
Well, speak for yourself, my man. Speak for yourself, Daddy.
You guys.
I'm coming in for
Talking
the.
about that, dude. When you sit on a toilet, you're sitting on your ass cheeks.
That's the first thing I need. 4 chocolate kisses.
oh, Lord.
We'll take a break. We'll come back. Moon's got a quick sports report. It's 9:18. It's Wednesday. Traffic and weather. Moon coming at you. All right, what do we got?
Sports is presented by DraftKings at Casino Queen. Play, stay, and dine. Visit DraftKings at CasinoQueen.com for special promotions. Well, last night the Florida Panthers beat the Edmonton Oilers for the second straight year in the Stanley Cup Finals. This year, Florida won it in 6 games, beating the Oilers in a clinching game last night, 5-1. The Conn Smythe Trophy for the most valuable player in the playoffs went to Florida's Sam Bennett, the leading scorer with 15 goals overall and 5 in the final. Bennett.
Let off some steam.
Here's a trophy. The Cardinals crushed the White Sox 12-2, powered by Brendan Donovan's 4 hits, 2-run singles
game.
from Ivan Herrera, and homers by Alec Burleson and Victor Scott II. Wilson Contreras stole home for the first of his career.
Did you see that?
Yeah, clever
awesome.
base running play, successful replay challenge. It was pretty awesome. Livitor snapped a losing streak with 6 solid innings, giving up just 2 runs and no walks, while Burleson's hot streak continues as he just lifted his average over 300 with that late solo shot. I'll have some information about Shohei Ohtani's former interpreter and that whole prison sentence, because that is starting right now. I'll tell you all about that tomorrow on Moon, and that's your sports, because doing the bull dance, feeling the flow, working it.
I just found out the power's off at my house for some reason. So nice.
Yeah.
Severe thunderstorms across the area.
Hey, you make fun of Silly Jilly, you catch the wrath.
That's right.
That's call back to the beginning of the show.
That's right.
Didn't know I pissed Silly Jilly off.
Balloon animals have invaded your home wires.
We found the Transformers wrapped in balloon giraffes.
No,
We don't know.
my mom's there, and she said that no storms yet. Like it has not rained over there. So
Yeah, it looks like we're going to miss the storms.
power's out in my neighborhood.
Better get that fixed.
Uh-oh.
Your mother's in town.
All right, if you missed anything on the program, make sure you check out the clip of the day brought to you by Michaels. Also, the podcast, which is brought to you by Dobbs Tire and Auto Centers. It is titled...
Well, we just mentioned it. The title is "And the Balloon Animal Lady Walks In."
All right, Moon, what else?
Can you feel the punk tonight.com, August 8th, Chesterfield Amphitheater. You're not going to want to miss this. We were talking about Chewbacca and Star Wars, and, this is a full-on thing. And, yes, you are encouraged to dress up, have the kids dress up, whatever. Chesterfield Amphitheater is a perfect venue for this fun summer show. August 8th, Can you feel the punk tonight.com. You can get tickets.
Learn.
I just want to offer everybody some good vibes. It's hard out there, and you're doing great.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks.
My power's out. Rafe.
No notes.
Thank you. Rafe. King Scott.
If your power's out or if it's on, just follow King Scott rules.
All right, thank you. All right, we'll leave you with a selection from our Teamers Member of the Day, brought to you by Hot Shots Sports Bar and Grill. Join Lern and myself at the Hot Shots in Arnold, Saturday from 3 to 5. From St. Louis, Melanie Boston-Bilgeri is our Teamers Member of the Day.
Yeah.